Blaised. Get Blaised. Get Blaised. Get Blaised. Get Blaised. Blaised. Get Blaised. Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? It's your boy, Blaise McCoy. Let's see what we got here tonight for another Get Blaised show. Monstar's in the house. What's up, my friend? How you doing, Monstar? We got Demon Joker in the building. The Wrestling Network is in the house. If you guys haven't checked it out, the Cutthroat episode yesterday was unreal. Micro Mike is in the building. Good to see you, my friend. You can join in the show, too. Everyone, the links have been sent out to Facebook, Twitter, and Skype in the private chats. You can try to bribe me or get me to send you a link if you didn't get one somewhere else as well. Good to see you. PFW's in the house. Crushing Kelly in the building. Good to see you. Welcome, 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 everybody. CH Gaming. Good to see you. Cody's in the building. Jake Bagwell's in the house, my man. How you doing? How you doing? John Storm. Everybody hanging out. Welcome to the building. We are live tonight. Time Machine Arena, which means we're going to be, we're going to be taking off and having some fun in, the Time Machine, which means it's time for fantasy action wrestling, which is when we take real life wrestlers and tie them all together with our digital wrestlers and have some fun tonight. We go to Wang Chung tonight. That's right. Well, tonight we're also going to be hanging out, chilling with everybody in the live stream. And if you want to be a part of the show, I more than hope that you get find a way in to be a part of the show. I'm trying to hook up some people right now with the StreamYard link. See if we can get some guests in here. So try some new people. If you hadn't been in the show before, come in and hang out. I'd love to. Well, Mike, I'm sorry for your luck, man. You did have the world championship. We got a new world champion. We'll talk about that shortly. We'll talk about the new stream coming up on Monday night as we have some people going to join the Legion of Dork. As your boy Blaise McCoy and Super Nacho are going to put together a little show about old school toys, cartoons, video games. I got some friends that are artists. They're going to send some pictures as well. And we invite you guys to join that as well. Monday night, hashtag AFTRW after Raw. That's going to be a good time as well. We got some business to take care of here. It's a big college football. It's championship day in college football, but it's also championship day here on the Blaze Radio Network as we have champion versus champions. FAW and LTD. Now, the LTD champs can win the FAW titles, but they can't win ours. So good. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Mike, you got a lot of credit for climbing, and you got a lot of respect for being a part of the show and really climbing the ranks to get up into that world championship opportunity. And I hope to hear from you sometime in the show, too. You can click on that link and come join us. And I always say, whether it's in character, out of character, just hanging out with your boy Blaise, that would be cool. I can hang out with y'all. Let's see if we can hook something up here. We got someone trying to join. Let's see if I can do this. But to each and every one of you, well, while we're waiting, why don't we preview that show for trying to hook some people up to get them in here. But we'll do the commercial again later, but let's go ahead and take a look at the new venture here on the Blaze Radio Network. Of course, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, we have NFL football week 13, lucky number 13. But we'll be right back after we tell you about the Legion of Dork. Well, that's the Legion of Dork, and that was the commercial that doesn't have my voice on it, which sucks because I wanted to have one with the voice on it. So, all right. Well, I'll have to fix that later. We got business to take care of here tonight. I want to welcome everyone in. Firestar, Arman, Ramesh. Good to see y'all. Welcome to the show. You're tuned into Blaze Radio. And oh, that's the 1 minute intro. Where's the real long one? Where's the regular one? Here it is. Let's go back and try that one more time. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a dork. It's a couple dorks. Reminiscing some nostalgia in classic video games, toys, and cartoons. I'm your boy Blaise McCoy, and with my awesome friend Super Nacho, we invite you to join us in the Legion of Dork, a podcast where we talk about our favorites of the past and discuss it all with you. The good old days when video game arcades were full, pinball, and more. When the toy stores were stocked to the ceilings with all your favorites like G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. Well, it started all with Pong with me in the 70s. Then Atari, Nintendo, Sega, ColecoVision, and television, and more brought new classics. Classics like Space Invaders, pew pew pew, and Donkey Kong. Pitfall. Dig Dug was a great one. Spent a lot of quarters on Galaga, that's for damn sure. Tecmo Bowl, hut, 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 touchdown, and all the sports games. Super Mario Brothers became an instant classic. So did Zelda and Sonic the Hedgehog. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was a great one to play. So was Street Fighter, Hadouken, and all the fighting games. Star Wars toys, and Hot Wheels is where I started collecting toys back in the day. Masters of the Universe, and you can't forget the bad guys. Of course, Transformers, more than meets the eye. Inhumanoids are here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Heroes in a Half Shell. Can't forget the wrestling figures, WWF, AWA, and those little guys, the Muscles. Yeah, I love playing with those. Are great. Thundercats, ho! And even Voltron brought them all together with movies, cartoons, and toys. Join us in the Legion of Dork right here on the Blaze Radio Network here on YouTube. That's more like it. It wouldn't be a Blaze Radio StreamYard stream without a little. Good. Laugh with me, laugh at me. Either way, you're smiling. Good to see everybody. Even you, Lord Amadeus. Well, big news in the Lord Amadeus realm that the Maestro is finally gone, and it is Lord Amadeus back around here. So good to see you back, LA, and you'll be in a Royal Rumble tonight. We got a Rumble with 15 individuals from LTD, and we'll have 15 individuals we'll pick from outside the company from the wrestling world. There it is. We have Big Daddy Beard, Comrade, David Fowler, J-Dog, J-Vulture, K-Dog, Leo X, Lord Amadeus, Lucas Soteriou, Matt Outlaw, Quicksilver, Razor, Teddy X, Travis T, and yes, even Radio Rex. Oh boy. Margie TV, welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. You're tuned into Blaze Radio. I appreciate you. Big shout out to you as well. Good to see you. Chuck D is in the house. Shut him down. Shut him down. Where's Flavor? Not that Chuck D, I know, but I had to use the reference. Coach Plays is in the house. Big shout out to you. Coach Plays doing his thing on his channel. An amazing game earlier, and there's a game going on now as well. Some big time college football games. We'll get into a football conversation another time. But if you haven't already, check out the Wix website. All the updates for the Stable War are there. But let's get right into it. We have a review, and we have the Stable War coming up soon. So let's talk about it. I guess I forgot to share it. I need to share it. And of course, it's going to lock up on me. This is what happens because I have a crappy computer. Yes, go ahead. Laugh with me, laugh at me some more until I get this working. I'll get it working. Don't worry, folks. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to share a video. Unprepared, man. I was taking an old man nap when this came about, man. I'll tell you what. All right, let's take a look here. Now we got it shared. Now I can take care of business. And we'll take care of a lot of business here tonight. I even have a remote promo sent into me for this as well. So let's talk about it. And let's get blazed here on the Get Blazed show. We have new champions. Brandon Ace regaining the world championship the other night over Micro Mike, a first-time champion here early in his career. It was amazing for him to get up there and take care of business. And don't forget, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And you're from the Philippines. Awesome, Margie. Good stuff. Shulky's even here. A Shulky sighting. Well, not real happy with Shulky lately. Not only did she announce her pregnancy, which, all right, yes, congratulations, She-Hulk chick, for playing super happy naked time with with the man Super Nacho and Shulky. Okay, you're gonna have on our baby. But the bad news is Shulky can't compete in a Stable War now, and her replacement is the Big Red Bitch. Yeah, I'm not happy about that one at all. We had a good WrestleSense podcast the other night. If you're not subscribed, check out the WrestleSense podcast as well. Great to see everybody. But let's talk about what's going to go down in a Stable War and what's going to go later on tonight. Soon as this is done, I'll be going live to give you Clash of Champions LTD style. Other champions, though, over the holiday vacation, we had two super cards. We had the Thanksgiving super card and November Rain. And as well as that, we had Paragon and Nox. You see them as the tag champs again for a record third time. Jen Richards defended her Battle Queen championship. Big Daddy Beard, your Blitzkrieg champion. No, he's not. That needs change too, doesn't it? Yep. The Blitzkrieg champ. No, Big Daddy Beard won the Blitzkrieg championship. I'm all discombobulated. Corey Quinn became the Crazy 8 champ for the second time. Brian LG is our internet champion now. Mythic Legends and Lady Devil and Goddess of Pain collected the Double Duchess championship. Jester Cyanide successfully kept his Lethal Hardcore title. And the G6 champ since July 10th, still the Cowboys from Hell, Redneck Avenger, Shadow Preston, Phelan Cal. So we got off to a bumpy ride, but let's pull it all together and bring this shit to a nice head, as you can say. Well, what does everybody want? We want Stable Wars is what we want. And we got a big shout out to Curdy B in the house. Great to see you, Curdy B in the building. And we bring back that big, huge belt with all the different champions on it. Combat Kingdom Stable War starts this Tuesday, and we'll be on the West Coast because it's cold as a witch's tit. I don't know, witch's tit's cold. I never touched it. I don't get that sign. There's Bradley Richards. Bradley Richards. We'll see him tomorrow live on the Red Zone podcast, and that'll be play-by-play and reactions for the 1 o'clock games, which we have the Buccaneers at the Falcons, the Cardinals at the Bears, the Chargers at the Bengals, Vikings at the Lions, Giants at the Dolphins, Eagles at the Jets, and Colts versus the Texans. It's going to be good. How do you get on the show, Mike? If you check the Twitter, I have a link I sent out to everybody in the StreamYards link right above the link that I had sent out. But here, I'll even do you one better and send it right to ya. So, Mike, I got a link right now in your Twitter, and you can join the show as well. Click on that link and join the StreamYards link. I'd love to hear from everybody in or out of character. It doesn't matter. We're having fun. We're just cutting loose, as we always do here. These are the rules for the Stable War this time around. All right. We're going to have 7 matches. We'll be in California all the way through it. It's going to be crazy. Cody, man, get your application in. We'll see if we can get you into the company if we get an opening, and I'd love to have you as part of the show, my friend. CH Gaming in the building. Good to see you. Big shout out to CH Gaming in the chat. Big shout out to Travis Rex as well. If you guys missed it, don't forget to go check the Cutthroat show. If you like hardcore wrestling, that was insanity. There's to Jude 22. TJ's in the building. Good to see you, my friend. All right, and we are going to get right to the business. Here's how it breaks down. A 4x4 ladder match kicks us off. 4 medallions. A cage match for 1 medallion. A knockout match for a medallion. A battle queen for a medallion. Iron Man for a medallion. Cell match for a medallion. And then, if necessary, an 8-man tag match, which you guys out there in the digital world know take forever, will also be in line. That is the rules for the Stable War. Let's move it right on. Simon, hey, what's happening? He is the man known as Fusion is back. Great to see you. And I always say, if you're an old member of the company or on the temporary roster, just reach out and touch someone. Reach out and talk to me, and I'll get you back on. And as I go through this, maybe I'll bring some people on and talk to them about their teams. But this is the breakdown. Sympathizers, Rex sympathizers, excuse the hell out of me, versus the Dragon Army, that's Tuesday. Scavengers versus the Kingdom Hearts on Thursday. Red Lounge versus the Awesome Friends this Saturday, and the next week, Lethal Libations and Entertainers, Dream Crushers, Renegades, Future and Solution, Brotherhood, AAC, and so forth. Now, we'll have 7 teams lose. All 7 of those teams will have an opportunity to come back as well and play once again. And that's how we do it. We're going to give everyone an opportunity, if they do not survive the first round, to make a comeback and come back and play again. And then we'll continue until there's only 1 team left. And once there's only 1 team left, you know what that means? That means they get the Stable War Championships. The belts, the big, huge belts, will show them shortly, as well as shots at all the championships. Not all. Everyone gets 2 title shots. Bradley Richards in the building. Good to see you. Big wrestling fan as well. I appreciate you, man. Stick around. There it is, that glorious belt. You see former Stable War champions, Eternity, Ruthless from way back in the day. The Opaque Brotherhood have 2 Stable War championships. AF and AM, Steel City Committee, the Empire, the Alpha team have 2 Stable War championships. And our current reigning champions were now not a stable. They separated the Sudden Death Scavengers. And, of course, where the LTD logo is will go this year's winner. That's the championship belt. And everyone gets a shot as well. Jiggles, hey, where's Jiggly Jiggles? There's my man Kyle Young in the building. Hey, everybody hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Rick Logan, big shout out to you as well. Great to see everyone. Simon, I hope all's well with you. Also, good to see you. The Rex sympathizers. Here's our first team. Oh, shit. I'm going too fast, ain't I? Let's go back a little bit here. We're going to break down all the teams, and then I got some special guests, some new guests that have never joined the show, and we'll bring you guys on here momentarily to talk about Stable Wars, and also, as always, promote your channels and shows like we like to do. So hang tight. We got 5 people in the green room. Be patient. We'll get to you in just a minute. McAllister, Riley Wolf, Angelita, Jester Cyanide, and Count Zrathnock. I don't know why, but they're Rex sympathizers. They'll take on Dragor, Sir Dragon, Jen Richards, Shifty, and Quicksilver, the Dragon Army. There's Jiggles, Jiggly Jiggles in the house. Good to see you, hon. Big shout out to Jiggles and Simon Fusion up in the building. So that's our first matchup on Tuesday. Here's how the match card breaks down. We have Riley Wolf, all 4 on each play in the ladder match. Then Jester's going to take on Quicksilver in a cage. McAllister versus Dragor in a knockout match. Angelita versus Jen Richards. Count Z versus Sir Dragon. Oh, Riley Wolf versus Shifty. We'll talk about that one here soon. And then all 8 of them get back in the ring to fight once again. Whoever has the most medallions moves on. It's tournament style, y'all. You know it. We did tournaments for the Red October in singles. We did tournaments and tags for the Blaise McCoy Cup. Now we're going to have stable tournament. The Scavengers. Mark Caliber joins the Scavengers of Lady Devil, J Vulture, TRC, and the J-Dog. So some of the former Stable War champions now trying to repeat. They'll take on the Kingdom Hearts. Enchanted Raven, TJ Toad, Brian LG, Miles Stanley Ward, and the Blade Charge. How does that one break down? This is this Thursday night. Whether it's 8 o'clock or after a WrestleSense podcast, we're yet to be determined. But once again, a ladder match with all 8. And then TRC versus MSW in an initial battle. The acronym war. J-Dog versus Brian LG. Lady Devil versus Raven. Mark Caliber versus TJ Toad. J Vulture versus Blade Charge, and then they'll all get back in the ring again to fight in an 8-man tag elimination if necessary. So we keep on moving. The Red Lounge, Cassie, Madam Red and company with Alex Wolf, Corey Quinn, Joel Quinn, and the Drum Monkey. Who they taking on? Ooh, it's going to be a good one. They will battle the Awesome Friends, Jamar, Super Nacho, Comrade Wally, and now Evil Shulky, for fuck's sake. We'll talk about that later on. I don't even want to discuss that right now. That's going to break down with Alex Wolf versus Jamar, Corey Quinn versus Wally, Cassie versus the bitch, Joel Quinn versus Super Nacho, Drum Monkey versus the Comrade, and then if necessary, again, an 8-man elimination. 4-man match. 8-man matches are 4 medallions, 1 match, 1 medallion for the singles. It's going to be crazy. Stable War always brings out the best. People talking trash, talking shit, but just keep it in character is all I like to say. Firestar joins the Lethal Libations crew with Rob Machete, Cowboy John, Matt Outlaw, and Ripper Springheel. Who are they taking on next week? And we will have bonus matches throughout too as well, especially if we don't have that final match. And we have title shots that need to happen. Travis T will be teamed with Leo X, Amanda Tyler, Big Daddy Beard, and Teddy X for the Entertainers. All great YouTubers as well. Amanda is part of Thriller Championship Wrestling. The Dream Crushers, Crushing Kelly joining Crimson Ninja, Clinton Cage, Wrestling Mama, and King Skullwrath on their squad. Stable Wars is like, it's like playoff time. Playoffs! Yeah, you know. Racer Feeling Kel, Susie the Elf, Shadow Press, and the Redneck Avenger. Part of the Renegades of Funk. Hell yes. Great team. And I got to fix that logo. It got a new logo now. It's an old school logo. The future, Hot Fire Rose, Nightmare, Hunter McIntyre, K-Dog, and David Fowler. There's always one or two teams that are kind of thrown together to see if, I don't want to say if they can coexist and do the WWE thing, but we'll see exactly that. We got a bunch of people in the live chat. We're going to bring some new folks on right away as soon as I'm done with this. So please hang on in the green room. I know sometimes, especially when Chance is in there, it gets a little smoky, so don't worry about it. Goddess of Pain joins the solution of JW Caliber, Brooklyn Joker, Chaos Reaper, and Andy Price. Will they be the solution for a Stable War title? I don't know. The Brotherhood, Uncle Frank, Knox Boogie, Paragon, and Killa are joined by Cougar Knight. They know each other well. That'll be mighty interesting. I'm going to breeze through this because I want to get to the guests. I'm really excited about to bring these guests on. The former champion, now the man who climbed the ranks up to the world title faster than anyone ever has, Micro Mike and Danny Wells are the American contingent. Lucas Soterio and Austin Black are our Australian contingent. Carmen Gonzalez is from Mexico, but close enough. The Australian-American coalition will fight together in the Stable Wars. Very interesting. There's all the teams. You can check them out on the Wix website. We'll get down to 7, and then all the other 7 will fight again to come back in. Yeah, still North America. Thank you, Samurai. I knew there's justification behind it somewhere. So you can check out that on the Wix website as well, breaking down all the teams and the medallion logos coming up. But tonight, it's Clash of Champions, baby. Oh, our version, FAW, my fantasy action wrestling, where we take real wrestlers and put them up against us. Here's what's on the docket. Drake Maverick wearing his jacket. He's 2-0. He wants to keep the jacket on when he fights. Facing the monster feeling Kel. Size difference. Huge in that one. Killer Cross with Scarlett taking on Danny Wells. Danny Well is there. Nice typo, Blaise. And Carmen Gonzalez in his corner. Brian Danielson and Riley Wolf in a submission match. Ooh, can't wait for that one. Keith Lee versus Shifty. Shifty's a big Keith Lee fan, but they're going to fight each other. Talked about the Rumble earlier. Then we have a ladder match. Ember Moon, Ruby Riott, Amanda Tyler, and Jade Barrett in the Battle Queen division. The Inspiration, formerly known as the Iconics, take on our champions, Mythic Legends, Goddess and Lady Devil. These are title versus title, but we can win their title. They can't win ours. The FAW Lucha Dragons, Grand Metalik, will go up against the Dungeons, and we got Dragon Warfare here, Paragon and Knox Boogie. And then a Crazy 8 blood elimination match, Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Braun Strowman, and Wyndham Rotunda. Bray Wyatt, someone mentioned him in the chat. He'll be in action tonight. And they'll go up against our guys in LTD. Hunter McIntyre, Austin Black, Ripper Spring Hill, and Mark Caliber. Then 3 more champion against champion matches. The FAW Lethal Hardcore Champion, The Big Show. Wells, The Big Show versus Jester Cyanide. Battle Queen title, Taya Valkyrie versus Jen Richards. And Malachi Black takes on Brandon Ace, our world champion once again. I know I don't agree on that shit. I'd love to see Micro Mike hold on to that title. Fucking Brandon Ace ain't even supposed to be in a damn company. But I think we have Brandon in the live chat, so we might have to talk to him momentarily and see what he has to say about regaining the title. But first, let's talk about the man who did climb the ranks, get up to the top, out of the blue, faster than ever, that anyone has ever done. And we're going to bring him on with a big woo. It is Micro Mike is on the channel. Good to see you, Mike.
Hey, what's going on, Blaise? Appreciate it getting on here. So excited, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat supporting. Let's freaking go, man.
Hey, Mike, and just so you know, when you go back out to the chat, I did moderate you, so I want you to drop your link so people can check your channel out. This guy, don't hold it against him because he does Limes content. You know, I got to bust your balls a little bit. But he really breaks it down. He knows football inside and out. I love watching his channel. He always has really cool guys on there as well with him from everywhere up there in the Detroit area, breaking down. And it's tough to be a fan when your team isn't winning. Tell me about it, Mike. How is it right now?
It is literally like drinking paint thinner, taking a nap on a train track, taking a bath with a toaster. Everything that possibly can go wrong will go wrong if you're a Detroit Lions fan. And that's why when I took that L the other day, it's no biggie. I'm used to L's, man. I'm a Detroit Lions fan.
Yeah, I got you. Well, I don't know if I ever told you, though, but I lived in Fort Wayne, Indiana. When I was a manager at Champ Sports, Detroit was in my district. So I traveled up there all the time, once a month, to go to Detroit area, see all the different places in the malls. It's like night and day. It's weird up there because inner city's one kind of world, and then you go up north and it's a little different. So it's like its own little world up there, right, Mike?
Yeah, it is definitely like its own little world. You got the outskirts, like you've seen with Eminem and 8 Mile,
Yeah.
the trailer parks, but then you get in the city. It's really nice. They got a lot of quality stadiums there, Tiger Stadium, Ford Field. It is beautiful inside there, but you don't hear that on the media.
No.
You just hear, it's a ghetto and a trash town, but it's not that bad.
No, whenever I was living out there, they transferred me to Elkhart, Indiana, which I was like farm, factory going out there. And it was only about 30 minutes from Chicago. But when I went to Fort Wayne, the district manager was going to bring me to Novi, Michigan, which is, I believe, a little northwestern. And I went to Battle Creek for a while. I know Northland and Eastland malls were up there. And and it did remind me a lot of Pittsburgh as well, with, like you said, the city is one thing and then all the different outskirts around it. And you guys get a lot of lake effect up there. Crazy weather, man.
Man, we get a ton of snow over here. Hashtag facts. It just dumps on us, man. It's crazy. One day, like right now, we got no snow. You could wake up and there's 2 feet of snow. Lake effect destroys us. And we live in snow and salt, because that's how it is here in Michigan.
I got a couple people that live up that way too. Like Cassie Madam Red's up there in Michigan. I know, and some people up there. And I love what you do, man. I really do. I mean, how long have you been on YouTube?
2 years. Been on YouTube for 2 years. And hey, it's been a great time, man. I'm having a lot of fun. I never thought you have success on YouTube. It was just something I just wanted to talk about, just talk some Lions football, because let's face it, my team, the Detroit Lions, not talked about in the big media because we suck. And clearly, why do they want to talk about a suck franchise? But if you're a fan, like you're a fan of the Steelers, you want to talk about your football team. And so, hey, create a YouTube channel and talk Detroit Lions.
Well, I'm 48 years old. I'm not ashamed to say how old I am. So I did get to live through, now the first 2 Steelers Super Bowls. I was just a baby, but I remember 78 and 79. But I also remember the Bubby Brister era of the 80s, when we were just shit as well for a while. And then to rebuild a team is not easy. So you guys got your work ahead of for you, and I'm definitely rooting for you. Hoping that, to see what you guys can do. And I love watching you guys analyze the draft. You analyze the players. You do everything up there. And I do want you to drop your link in the chat whenever you get a chance, so people can check you out. Listen, people, whether you're a Lions fan or not, whether you're a football fan or not, there's not too many people that are real like Mike on YouTube. And growing as quick as you did, it's amazing. And it's not easy. I just started doing that red zone stream, so I know it's a pain in the neck to try to handle. And number one, you get people that are bitching, or, because you can't watch the game, but YouTube does that. But something that kind of helped us out, and I'm not trying to make light of it at all, but the pandemic has really changed how people work. So YouTube has come even bigger because of the pandemic. People working from home, doing YouTube, TikTok, and all this stuff. People were making a living from it. But I just want people to have fun and bring people together. And I know I've seen it in your channel too. Not only Detroit people are in his channel, folks, because when they play, say, Arizona or Pittsburgh or a different team, you get all these fans from all over the world. Like, tell me what that does to you when you get all these different people from all over the world coming into your show to see you.
Yeah, it's crazy. Every single time I do a stream, you get people from Japan, Mexico, Germany, Ireland. I mean, every time I get in there, it's someone new from a different continent. I think we've had every single continent legitimately, except for Antarctica. People put in there, yeah, I'm from Antarctica. We all know it's not real, but it's crazy. Yeah, a lot of my subscribers are not Lions fans. I try to be as unbiased as humanly possible. So if they got a question about their said football team, hey, I lay it straight. I like, if you're a Vikings fan, I talk to Vikings fans. I'm like, hey, we going to take that L on Sunday. We going to lose. I'm not going to BS you, man. We're a terrible football team. So it's just all about having fun, man, talking some football. Like you said, the pandemic, it sucks. So let's put a little bit of joy in people's lives.
Yeah, exactly, man. And the anonymity of YouTube, like you said, does bring out the worst in some people, because they could say whatever they want. We don't know who they are. And they could say they're from wherever they are too, but we kind of take it for, like, underscore right here. He's from France, a dude legitimately from France. And that's why when I do this show, and I started a while ago, I reached out to people. If they didn't want to give me their private Facebook or Twitter or something, that was okay. But the ones that did, then it kind of validified actually where they're at, who they are. And I got to know these people and made some real friendships and connected with people from all over the world. And I'm an emotional dude. I don't want to sit here and bawl like a baby, but it really, really does something to me.
Oh, hell yeah, man. You become friends with these individuals. You may not never see them, but when they're always showing up in your YouTube when you're streaming, they're always supporting you. Like, these guys are legitimately awesome and they appreciate the work being done. And again, all over the world, and you can learn different cultures, learn different language. Really freaking badass, if you ask me. I love it, man. I think it's
Yeah.
fantastic. I love how you got that subscriber from France. Hey,
Yeah.
bonjour, je m'appelle Malik, tu t'appelles
Ah,
comment?
there you, there you go. Well, Mike, part of your character is real life. You did serve
Mhm.
the country, and thank you for your service. My dad is a 25-year-old veteran of the Army Reserve here in southwestern Pennsylvania, and got a lot of other people that have served as well. So that's very commendable for you to do that. And we put that into your character, and I do that a lot. And I love reaching out and actually making these characters for people, and to bring people like you. This first started out as mostly just wrestling fans. I fell upon YouTube and a guy doing this, and just give you a little bit of history because I've been waiting to interview this guy. So I could sit here and talk to you for hours, Mike. This is because we connect. And you're a real dude. And when I go out to find other people for my company, I didn't just go to wrestling. I didn't just go to gamers. I went to YouTubers. I went to streamers, podcasters, people that do just sit there and talk like this on YouTube. And I invite anybody out there to do that. Just go outside of your wheelhouse, go outside of your comfort zone, and try to bring people and meet people. Don't just make this a game where it's a video game. A lot of people think I'm a gamer. I'm not a gamer. Like Leo, my friend from New York, who's in here, he does top tens. He put me as number one as a gamer on YouTube, which I understand that I'm using a game as a medium. But this
Mhm.
eFed stuff, I never played this wrestling game at all. I don't play it. I create characters. I get characters from other people. I'm a former graphic designer. I got a marketing degree from college. So all that stuff come into play. So you see logos that I do. You see characters that I create for people. And we got a huge contingent also, mentally disabled, handicapped, things like that. People are stuck at home. And I want to make people superheroes, man. Whether they're a wrestling fan, a football fan or not, I love giving people that benefit to boost them up, whether they win or lose. Because I have to tell a million times, I love hearing how you've handled losses and you explain it, because when you play this game, you're going to lose 80% of the time. Basically, you're not going to win all the games. And I do 8-man, 10-man rumbles and shit like that just because I want to include everybody. And my roster was up over 100 people for a while, which is way too much. But that was me just wanting to connect with so many damn
Hell
people.
yeah.
So I've thinned the roster, and as I told people before, if you're in it before and you want to come back, you're always more than welcome. Mike, you had that match against Brandon Ace. We're going to bring him on here. He's an interesting character, but he's from Baltimore, and I can't really like Baltimore people, especially this weekend going up against the Ravens. As much as my Steelers, and I think we're going to have our first losing season in a long time, I'm a realist too. And I think that draws people like you do and many others. When I do my red zone, I don't come on and just say Steelers, 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 Steelers. Everyone else sucks. We're the best. We're going to win. And there are a lot. There's actually a whole trash talk community here on
Yeah.
YouTube based on NFL. A lot of them are just, I'm going to fuck your mother. And, you're dying. Dumb shit like that. Like, that's
Yeah.
not trash talk. Get real. And we got trash talk here, but we do it in fun. We don't bring in real life stuff. We just try to have fun with it. But the trash talk community, some of it is garbage, but some of it is really knowledgeable people. Like, I've seen those dudes rattle off every player on their team. I bleed black and gold. You see the Steelers stuff behind me. I love my Steelers, but I can't tell you everybody on the offensive and defensive line right now. I used to be able to, but there are people like this guy below me and a lot of other ones that know their team inside and out, and it's unbelievable. And I
I have to,
appreciate you,
man.
Mike.
That's my job, man. That's my job. I got a lot of individuals that pay attention and watch the videos. So if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna look like a jackass, man. I want to look like that.
And what I do too, is fun on my red zone stream. I'm using XSplit, which is kind of like OBS. I have OBS as well, but I never really got through to downloading it, and I will sooner than later. I need a better computer. I realized the hard way, and I used to sell computers too as a manager to what used to be Gateway Country computers with the cows and all that stuff. So I knew computers in and out. We talked about the games and stuff, but now I realize that streaming like that and bringing all that in, I can't do anything else but just that. I have my phones. And a fantasy football fan like me, I don't even look at my team scores for the first games anymore. And I used to be glued to that shit. Now, I'm one of those guys who played fantasy football before the internet was big, like before it was this text internet. Like we had to wait for the Tuesday USA Today, tally up all the points, and then rank them, and a sheet of paper, a stack of paper handed out to everybody. And back then, man, it was, if your running back or wide receiver didn't get 100 yards, you didn't score. If your quarterback didn't throw 250 or more, you didn't score. It was touchdowns and yardage. It was crazy. But fantasy football has really evolved like crazy too. And that league that we're in is blown up. We got 16 damn teams in there. It's crazy.
It's crazy. We got some people in there that's not legitimately playing. It kind of screws it up a little bit.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Troll teams. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, I'll call out Damian Hernandez. He's one of my members here on the channel. He's the one who drafted people that weren't even playing football anymore. And I give him shit all the time about it.
Yeah, man. It's a troll team, but it's all about having fun. There's no money put on this league. Now, I want to do that for a money league. You got to be, if you're putting money in, but it's all about having fun. Like for me with fantasy football, my team sucks, man. The Detroit Lions, terrible team, but I can root for my fantasy team. I can create my own team, get my own players on there, and actually have a chance to win something.
That's why I love fantasy, because legitimately, old school, I'm just involved with the Steelers. But now, would I normally care about the Colts-Texans game tomorrow? No, but now I might, because I have Jonathan Taylor. I want him to score 5 touchdowns again. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it does. It really opens up. Another thing that I'm big on, and I haven't really talked about. Oh, hold on. Let me grab something. It's coming back next year, and it was here in the 80s, and that's the USFL. I was a huge USFL mark. I love that when it came back, and I'm really excited for the return of the Pittsburgh Maulers, baby.
Ooh,
so I know the Michigan Panthers are coming back too. So the Panthers, I think the Panthers had, the best uniforms back in the USFL days, and they had some great players. Bobby Hebert was one of their quarterbacks, I remember back in the day too. And trying to remember the receiver. They had Anthony, he was number 1. I can't remember who he was. He was a really good player. But USFL, just like the XFL, the AAF, or the AF, or whatever it is. But what do you think about those secondary leagues that are out there?
I wish they would actually work. See, I love the concept of getting these guys that are unknown playing a game and do well. And so I'm a fan of football. I'm a fan of the gridiron. I love to see young guys come out of nowhere. Like in the NFL, you get undrafted rookies that become a big impact for your football team. Well, you have a less chance of finding those guys if you don't have an XFL or if you don't have an AAF, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
You want to see these guys make some noise. I mean, if you look at the Panthers' backup quarterback, he's actually really good. He played in the XFL and was a star there for the XFL. Comes the NFL, pretty freaking good. So anything that deals with football, I freaking love it. I love sports itself, something to get your mind off the daily grind. Like you said, like WWE or AEW. It's not the daily grind BS that we deal with on a regular basis. Something you can just kick back, watch some TV, and just chill.
Yeah, I mean, like the NBA has their minor leagues, which is now the G League. It used to be the CBA. We had a Pittsburgh Piranha team there. I would love to have an NBA team in Pittsburgh someday. And LeBron James just actually bought the Penguins. I just saw that the other day. He's one of the members of the group that bought the Penguins, which is pretty crazy. But we're going to bring this back. We're going to tie it in. Here's how, because the USFL comes back in 2022. But after that, next year, 2023, the XFL returns, and the owner, the guy helping run it, is The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
So with some firepower, some star power behind it, maybe things like the USFL and XFL can be like that minor league or that alternate spring football. Because after the Super Bowl, man, I know a lot of people still want some football, and it'll be cool to have it.
Yeah, but Mike, for sure. There used to be a league in Europe, European League,
World League, the World League.
Yeah.
The World League was sponsored by the NFL. Yep, I remember that.
And so maybe The Rock, he can make this thing cooking and, nice. Be able to. The thing is, you got to deal with sponsorships, TV deals. That's how you get paid, and that's how they're able to pay players. So we'll see if it works. I definitely hope it will. Something else, again, I love watching NFL Combine, Senior Bowl, scouting. So that gives you an idea to see what players that my team, the Detroit Lions, could look to acquire to get better, to move forward. So hopefully it does succeed.
So we got Rami in the building. He's down there in Australia. We do like another member of your team that's on the Australian American coalition is actually from Australia as well. And Lucas Soterio is down there, and we got New Zealanders, we got people in Europe and everything. And Mike, I appreciate it, man. This is a little tangent I've been waiting to do. I couldn't wait to talk to you on the air. I appreciate what you do. Like I said, please drop your link out in the chat so people can check you out. And thanks so much. If you want to real quick, you can go ahead and promote your channel real quick before you take off.
Yeah, I will put my link when I can in a minute. My channel is Detroit Lions Talk with Mike or Mike. I do 2 shows. I got one on Sunday. It's live watch party, Lions versus whoever they're playing. And on Thursday, it's called the One Pride Podcast. You don't have to be a fan of the Detroit Lions. You come in, talk about your Steelers, Cleveland Browns, whatever you want to talk about, fantasy football. That's what it's all about, just having a hell of a good time. Go ahead, subscribe. Let's get to 19,000 right now.
Yeah,
so,
you're rocking with the subscribers, man. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being a part of the show, Micro Mike. And good luck. You know you'll be holding gold again shortly here in LTD. It's not a doubt in my mind.
Hey, man, for sure, man. We'll see. And I appreciate everybody. You know, I see there's individuals saying thank you for your service. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Love you guys, man. PFW. Always be nice to me in the chat.
Yes, sir. All right, Mike. Have a great day. Take care, brother. See you in the streams. All right. So Mike had his say. Let's go ahead and bring on the guy who we got Kyle Young in the building as well. Yeah, the Bears. Kelly breaking it down. We talking about football. See, we had a little tangent here. Our lethal champion jester, but that's what this is all about. There's always not one thing, and that's why I love that I finally tapped into StreamYards to use it to expand this channel and do the NFL and do these podcasts, the WrestleSense podcast, as well as the Legion of Dork coming up on Monday. So let's talk to the new world champion once again, Brandon Ace. Welcome, Brandon.
Thank you for having me. And also, it's 2-time world champion to you.
Yes, it is. You're still, nothing personal. No, I guess it is kind of personal, but you were never supposed to be hired here. And I'll continue saying that. But I do give credit where credit's due. Ever since you've been here, you climbed the ranks with the quickness and took that title. And now, granted, you did lose in a 5-way match. You didn't lose in a 1-on-1 match. You didn't get pinned by Micro Mike. And he took the title, though. And rightfully so, he earned it. That was a hell of a match. But for you to come back, you had that rematch that no one gets rematches unless you win a title shot while you're a champ. And that's a rarity. You won the Red October Empire tournament. Now, I know you know a lot of people out there in that Empire division. And Jester, Samurai, and a bunch of them out there gave you a lot of ammo to talk a lot of trash against those folks, huh?
Pretty much. But the best, I could talk trash, but having this world title around me makes it a lot more better because I can rub it in their faces.
True. And I can't deny that. I can't deny you that. You're going to face Malachi Black tonight in the Time Machine Arena for the World Championship. Now, we don't count the FAW championships towards, belt collector here in LTD and stuff, but it's a side thing that, you can hold 2 world championships tonight. We think about fighting Malachi Black tonight in our main event.
I don't mind. Besides, I wouldn't mind fighting someone like him because it gets to test my skills because he is a vicious striker, but I can strike as well.
True. So Brandon Ace. And because now I know I never really got to explain this to you, but Sterling Rich and you and Chance Harper and David Beaumont were all part of the benefactors back when we left the world tour in Japan and that whole plane crash incident and the whole paying people to fight stuff. And I know you had a little extra cash and you were throwing it around to get your way to get in here, but that's the reason you're not in a stable war. But I do want your take on the stable war because whoever the crew, there's no number 1 contender right now. So whoever wins the stable war, they're going to get a world title shot, a lethal title shot, and tag title shots for the 4. And then they'll get an internet title shot and G6 title shot too. So I know you're going to say you don't care who wins or none, but what do you think about the fact that you have no clue who your next challenger is going to be at the end of the month?
Well, to tell you the truth, it does provide a lot of interest because it can be anyone.
True.
And I won't be prepared. But to tell you the truth, it doesn't really matter because did anyone expect me to become world champion?
Well, and actually, I correct myself. It'll be a little bit later than the end of the month. It'll be more in the middle of December that you will defend your championship to have that #1 contendership. So enjoy the title reign, man. You're going to have it for weeks at bragging rights. And tonight you can add another piece of gold. So I appreciate you. Any last words from the world champ?
Not necessarily. I'm just going to get ready for my match and take another world title and add to my collection and keep rolling along with smoking that haters pack. Because
oh, man,
these people wish they can be successful as I am.
Well, I always say, besides Radio Rex, you got to be one of the most hated wrestlers in the business, and you use that to fuel your fire and obviously catapult you to the top. So, shouts out to you, my brother.
And what? There's no. So it's better to be hated than loved because when does this? Because in this wrestling business,
you got some fans. Look, Count Z's giving you props.
Thanks, but I don't really care because this business is all about getting to the top. If that's not the main goal, then what the hell are you here for? I'm not here to make friends, play patty cake bullshit.
Well, there'll be those that agree and those that disagree. But Brandon, thanks for being on the show, my man.
No problem.
All right, let's go ahead and move along. We got a bunch of people still in the live chat. We talked to Brandon. We talked to Micro Mike, who just lost the championship. Let's talk about another person who lost the championship, but now has an opportunity as the #1 contender to the Battle Queen Championship and going to fight her close friend, Jen Richards, in the very near future. Welcome to the show, Crushing Kelly. How you doing, Kelly?
Hey, Blaise.
Good to see you. Welcome to the show. So now that you have been solidified on a team, you'll be fighting with the Dream Crushers to try to earn even another. You could be in the same boat as Brandon Ace. If you can beat Jen Richards, you'll be the Battle Queen champ. And if your team wins the Stable Wars, you'd have that #1 contendership as well, like a rematch. So what do you think about being on the team with Clinton, Mama, Crimson, and Skullwrath? We talked about that a little bit before, but now looking forward to your first matches and, of course, that one-on-one with Jen Richards.
As far as the Stable Wars, I have no problem with my teammates. I'm pretty much good friends with all of them, and I respect their abilities in the ring. So let's kick some ass.
And whenever your matchup is on December 16th, that'll be a Thursday night against the Renegades, and you'll fight another familiar opponent in Susie the Elf.
Yeah, my tag team partner.
Yep. And you guys held the tag titles. Lost them recently, but I know you are anxious to get them back, but you'll be fighting against her and then with her, and that's all part of the game here in LTD. I talk about it all the time. I love to see people fight each other as well as the one they know the best. Sometimes it brings out the best in you.
It's not like I haven't faced Susie before.
True.
Not like I don't know how damn good she is in the ring. Very so that's a given. Very
true. Of course, we got some people disagreeing with Brandon in a live chat, and Brandon disagreeing with them. Of course, you gotta love
Nothing new. Nothing new.
No. It makes it all fun, and that's what the Stable War brings out: the best and the worst in people, in character, of course, just to talk some trash about the teams they want to beat, and real close to those that are with them. But as always, Kelly, I would love for you to promote the next BMWF show for me.
Well, as usual, I will air live on Monday night at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern for the next episode of Beating Frenzy. And we're going to be dealing with the finals for the Blackheart Championship Tournament. First match is, I have three women in the finals for the tournament. So for the first match...
Hold on, before you go, I just want to say, welcome to the channel. This is The Breaks. This is eFed Wrestling. It's digital wrestling, internet wrestling, where we take created characters with creators and managers live in the chat. AI versus AI fights. Good to have you. Thank you so much for joining the show. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, stick around. We have fun. We're bringing people together from all over the place. And keep your shirt on, Sabri. I don't need any of that.
Oh, God. Oh God, we are not doing any streaking here, please.
And Count Z sounds like he wants to join. Cool. We got a bunch of people, and we're gonna go overtime. The show is gonna go probably another half an hour. So if you're in the green room, hold on. If you're in the chat and want to be a part of the show, we're probably gonna go about 6:30 or so. I wanted to do that interview with Micro Mike for a long time, and I love talking to you guys. So I'm gonna get to all the people in the green room. So go ahead and finish up, Kelly. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No problem. Since I got three women in the finals for the Blackheart Championship tournament, I'm having two of them face off, and then they'll face the third person later on in the evening. So Violet Walker will be facing Super Notchette in the first match of the evening, and then the winner will be facing Ashley Princess later on in the evening.
Good stuff.
I have 8-man battle royal pin submission elimination with Wally, Darius, Brian LG, Mondo, Matt Outlaw, Samar, Sir Dragon versus Dragor. Then I have a triple threat TLC match, pin submission only. Akira Black versus Eva Cyanide and
Hey, I didn't mean to interrupt again, but before I forget, are you ever gonna have Samar versus Jamar?
Jamar is not even on my roster.
Oh, I want to see Samar versus Jamar.
I'm sorry. I don't have enough safe slots to put him on the damn roster.
Go ahead, continue.
But the last person in that triple threat will be Trixie fucking Decker.
Woo.
Then Quicksilver will be facing Andy Price. No DQ, no count out, pin submission, KO allowed. Then two newly formed tag teams, Cougar and Susan Watkins, who are now calling themselves Texas Heat.
Cool, very cool.
Versus Sunshine Marigold and Purple Rain as the Rainbow Coalition.
Nice. My daughter Sunshine. I always love cheering for her. She's a grown woman now and she's dating Jay Halter. Go ahead, continue.
Don't worry, he'll be good to her. It's a tag team falls count anywhere, pin submission, KO allowed match. Then a steel cage no escape match between Crimson Ninja and a new signee, Brandon Smith, who is the husband or fiance of Ashley Princess. JW Caliber will be debuting on the episode.
Nice, the DSO.
Versus Reaper. As I said before, Ashley Princess faces the winner of Violet Walker and Super Notchette. Then for the men's final, it will be J-Dog versus Thomas O'Sullivan, who is considered the Irish Terminator.
Hold on, I gotta do my Blaise joke. Mike, you're my friend now, man. Drop the D. Just call me Blaise, my friend.
Oh my God.
I know a lot of people. I set that up on purpose. I mean, I do the Blaise name spelled that way because people call me Biased Radio or Blessed Radio and crazy stuff. And that's my fishing character, hook, line, and sinker. I reel them right in. And I love saying that to people as a joke once they get to know me. And I know everyone calls people by their channel names out here in the YouTube world, but I say drop the D and just call me Blaise.
Oh my God.
You know I'm wacky. Go ahead.
I've known you how many
years?
Yeah,
I know.
And then our main event, Super Stevie wants to take a shot at Evil Shulky with her aunt, D-Hulk chick, in her corner, even though Evil Shulky is unfortunately her aunt as well. So it's going to be 2 out of 3 falls, pin submission.
Big shout out to Riley, Wolf in the chat, James Sargent in the chat. Good to see you guys. I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry.
Whatever. It's your show.
I got to say hi. That's like a habit now. After 4 years, when I see a new name in the chat, I got to give them a shout out.
Like a Pavlovian response.
Yep, I have to. I mean, that's something this channel's, I don't want to say famous for, but that's something I've always wanted to do. I never wanted to be one of those channels that, and people can run their channel however they want to. And I see a lot of people do the same thing. And I did not want to be one of those channels that don't say hi to people in the chat. And it's their own preference if they don't want to. But no, I want to welcome everybody in here.
You could be on a freaking rant, and then all of a sudden someone's gonna show up, and you're like, "Hi!"
Yeah, I gotta say it. Hey, I say it's an all-inclusive channel, and I mean it. My little spiel where I say it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, where you are, or how you are. I mean that. Doesn't matter who you are, boy, girl, man, woman, doesn't matter what you are, what you like, how you are, where you are in the world. I mean, I welcome everybody, and that's how I got to do it. And yes, like James says, respect my supporters. No one has to come in here and stop in these shows. There's no obligation, but when you do, I feel it's necessary to give you a shout out. Okay, were you finished? You got more
That
matches?
that was the main event, the one with Evil
right.
Shulky.
Kelly puts together great shows, guys. If you guys haven't checked out BMWF, definitely do it. Kelly, I thank you for being a part of the show. As always, you're amazing. And people in the chat are concurring as well that you are awesome.
Aw, shucks. Thank you.
We appreciate you, Kelly. You're very loved in the community and very well respected. And you need to know that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kel. All right. I didn't know if he was going to show up tonight, but he had some words for us, of course. Tonight, he takes on Bryan Danielson in a submission match. And then he takes on Shifty in a Hell in a Cell on Tuesday as we start the Stable War. So let's hear from the man of 1,000 faces, Riley Wolf. If you have headphones on, turn them down.
The following announcement has been paid for by Riley Wolf.
Now, I'm sorry I can't be at the Riley Wolf Show featuring Blaise McCoy, a.k.a. Get Blaised, but I have a special little treat for all of you. Since I'm facing the Drunken Dragon Clown once again, this time in Hell in a Cell for the Stable Wars, I'm here to get in Shifty's mind, because that's how I won last time, by getting in his mind! So, this time, I'm going to get into Shifty's mind by proving that I'm a better singer than him! How am I going to do that? By singing over Shifty's song better than him! Now, let's go. R-R-R-R-A-A-A-A-I-I-I-I-D-D-D-D-O-O-O-O Rex for Radio Rex! I'll see you in the ring, Shifty!
Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know who Rado Rex is, but Riley needs to be hooked on phonics, I guess. But he's always full of energy. Riley Wolf, ladies and gentlemen. He joined us on the WrestleSense podcast to break a little promo as well. It was pretty fun. Oh, he's got more to say now.
Whoa, please, before you end this show, I got one more thing to say. I almost forgot about my opponent, Bryan Danielson, for tonight. The Clash of Champions, the old school versus the new school, the White Rabbit submission hold versus the cattle mutilation. And I'm going to burn the old school to the ground and show why I am the future of this business. I'll see you tonight, Bryan.
Oh my God, Riley. Oh my God. I hope he's done now. I hope he's done. Yes, Radio Rex is still alive, Sabri. He actually has a clan of followers, people that for some fucking reason like him. Let's talk to one. Count Z, what's up, you?
The tag partner of Wiley Wolf is here. We're here to spread fear for the Dragon Alliance. Fuck these dragons. They get slayed by warriors like us. Support Rex.
I knew I shouldn't have brought you in right after Riley.
You shouldn't have. He's my tag partner for a reason.
And I want to thank you for not having an avatar. No one wants to see your face on a video.
No one wants to see my face. I wear face paint for a reason.
Or an avatar. Not even an avatar. So
No.
Count Z, you have a match in this Stable War coming up very shortly, and you will be facing Sir Dragon in an Iron Man. Now, we don't do Iron Man matches that much unless they mean a lot. So these could be, it's a fifth match too. So we've already had, 4, 5, 6, 7 medallions already given up. Hey, rightfully so. You might not even have your match if the Dragon Army win every match going up to that, but I'm sure you'll disagree with that. So this is going to be
there's a chance.
chance pun. You had to get a chance pun in there, didn't you?
I did.
So it's a 15-minute Iron Man match. Pinfalls and submissions. The winners will get a medallion. What's your take on going into an Iron Man match against Sir Dragon?
Oh, Sir Dragon, he has heart but no skills. He acts like he's the world's gift to wrestling, but honestly, I think he's subpar at best. I am going to clean sweep him in this Iron Man match. It'll be 7-0. I guarantee it. I will beat Sir Dragon, teach him nobility.
I just wish he was here to rebut that,
because there's on the 5th match, so I'm the linchpin. I am going to cinch it for the Rex sympathizers. Radio Rex is my guide, and he is my guiding light.
You're the simp pin.
Yeah, I'm the simp pin. Also, I want to give a big shout out to JW Caliber for debuting in BMFW. He's the only solution I have respect for. The rest of the solution can go fuck themselves.
So Iron Man's not actually going to fight Super Nacho. It's an Iron Man match. I got to explain shit to my awesome friend every once in a while.
Nacho doesn't understand many things. How much time do you have to explain simple things to him? He needs to be hooked on phonics.
I call it Nacho-ese, but I don't know why I didn't just call it the best pun ever for Super Nacho. Not cheese.
It would be not cheese, yes. But if you
not cheese.
He does not like to be called food, though. I call him nacho cheese, and he gets offended. He goes, "I's not food." I mean, I did try to eat him once or twice.
And 15's not a real number, I guess he would say, too.
15 is not a real number?
No, he says all the numbers aren't real numbers. I don't know in Kryptonia what the numbers are. They might not have numbers, apparently. I'm not sure.
Well, it's okay. I don't think Nacho's a real person. I think he's all just a figment of our hallucinations.
Well, thanks for the plug. You'll find out Monday night as we all join the Legion of Dork. You guys can join me and Nacho. He will be there in voice.
The Legion of Dork.
We'll hear him, and we'll be talking about old school games, old school toys, Atari, ColecoVision, all the good stuff, all the Transformers. You see some of the toys behind me here. I'm going to show off some of mine on Monday as well. It's going to be a fun show. It's going to be.
You're going to show off yours, Blaise? You're going to show off yours, or are we going? Are you going streaking?
No.
Going to show the dupa?
No showing the dupa. But that's the infamous Count Z. You can catch him on Wednesday nights, late night, doing tag team action, and he always likes to flaunt my crush, good old Goddess of Pain.
Yeah, Goddess of Pain. It's amazing.
I appreciate you, Count. Thanks for being on the show.
Always a pleasure, Blaise. Have a good show on Riley's show.
Do you have any final words before you leave?
This is obviously Riley's show, hosted by Blaise, but Riley Wolf welcomes you and thanks you for doing his show for him.
Oh, boy. Thanks a lot, Count. Thanks for being a part of the show, my man. All right. So yeah, breaks. We do in character, out of character, on camera, off character. I'm not picky. I don't mind. I just want people to have some fun tonight. Oh, we're gonna Wang Chung tonight. Yeah, we get silly, we get stupid. But I do want to, on a serious note, I want to thank the members of the channel, those who have supported us. Whether it's $1, $2, or $3 a month, you can become a member here on the channel. I appreciate whether you can or can't. Don't get me wrong. I'm a very humble person. And the only reason I started the memberships is because I do want to expand the channel. You see all the new content that I'm doing now. I'm live 5 days a week now. As long as my health permits, where I've had some issues before, I want to stream 5-6 days a week for you. Well, 6 days now with Monday nights. Friday will be my only day off. But I appreciate the members. I need a new PC, lighting rig, all kind of good stuff. PS4 when it comes out, plus 3 different wrestling games in 2022. The eFed world, I am predicting it. I said it before. It's going to blow up even more next year. When I started, there was only a handful here on YouTube. I know Twitch has a bunch too, the Guy Twitch and the Twitch channels over there. But I think 2022 is going to be even bigger with these new games. They're all going to be good. I don't think we're going to deal with the same shit as 20, but I need to be able to expand the channel to bring you guys more stuff. I hope I entertain you while I'm here. That's why I make a total ass of myself. And I always say, whether you're laughing with me or at me, you're smiling. So let's give a shout out to the members of the channel.
This is a recording. try your call again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator.
So big shout out to all the members. And oh, it fell down again. I gotta fix it again for fuck's sake. Let's go back to a commercial. I'm trying to fix my my background here. Let's get a little word from our sponsors. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Blaised Brew proudly brings to you Eliminator Beer. Don't get eliminated, get obliterated. Drink Eliminator Beer. Comes in a wide variety of flavors and colors. Available now at your local liquor stores, beer distributors, grocery stores, gyms, hairdressers, gas stations, restaurants, doctor's offices, pubs, bars, brothels, strip clubs, and street corners. Eliminator Beer, get one now. You won't be disappointed. You'll be shit-faced drunk. There you go. Drink Eliminator Beer, people. All right, now, see, I had to get the big, terrible towel back up, man. Come on. We still got a little more time. We're going to be here for about another 15, 20 minutes to get to talk to some of the people in the live chat. We got people in the green room still want to be a part of the show. I appreciate everyone coming through, all the mods in the chat, the boys and girls in blue, and the members as well for supporting the channel. We're going to do a lot of new stuff in the new year as well. The WrestleSense podcast, the Red Zone, and much, much more. And I appreciate y'all. But let's bring on one of those members right now, one of the supporters of the channel, and he has his own channel as well. I want to hear a little bit from the man, Miles Stanley Ward. What's up, brother?
What's up, Blaise?
Good to have you on the show, man. Good to have you. So, Miles, I got to ask you, you're on one of the teams that is a combination of a couple. I know you teamed with Brian LG before as a tag team.
Yep.
And now you're joining TJ Toad and Blade Charge along with the Enchanted Raven on your team. What do you think of your squad?
Yeah, being part of Kingdom Hearts in reference of the video game that I played back in the past.
So you played it too. That's good.
Yep. I played like the second Kingdom Hearts game. I haven't played the first or the latest one. So yeah.
Blade Charge used to stream it. So I figured when I was thinking about it, I was like trying to think of a name for you guys. And I talked to TJ and I talked to you and I was like, I got to try to get an idea of a good name for the team and stuff. So it worked out pretty well.
Yep. And I'm a little bit disappointed that I lost the championship match.
Well, that's
it. Just a cyanide. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, you know how it goes. You had your shot. Well, you did it the hard way too. You became the Blitzkrieg champ, and you did something hardly anyone's ever done: is defended the Blitzkrieg title to get that lethal championship opportunity. It was a well-fought match. Jester's one of the toughest in the business to beat, man. We'll see him later on tonight. We got to root for him because it's LTD versus FAW. So we will root for him. But while I got you here, let me bring on another member of the Kingdom Hearts. Kyle Young, welcome, my brother.
I'm not from Kingdom Hearts.
Wait,
no,
you're not. No, that's right. Never mind. I messed that up. But I got you on anyway. Good to see you, Kyle.
Right.
Kyle, that's right. You represent Danny Wells in the Australian American Coalition.
Yes.
So
that's who it was. Not the Kingdom Hearts.
What's your thoughts about being on that squad?
Ooh, I'm gonna just say this right now. Of like speaking as a guy that's worked with Danny close. The thing is, like I've taught him to at least try to adapt everything. So working with people that you might not be completely familiar with, well, it's the ultimate version of adapting.
True, very true. And I'm sorry, Miles. I appreciate you. Thanks for being on the show. Stick around. I might bring everyone back in at the end for a moment as well. But when's your next live show, Miles?
It starts between 7 to 8 o'clock p.m. tonight because I'm gonna be doing part 1 of MSWCW Conquest Las Vegas, Nevada. It is the women's free preview tonight.
So anyone out there who doesn't know Miles or Kyle Young, they both have channels that are avid YouTubers that have been doing it for a while. They stream a lot. And a lot of times, people are going to bump heads and be live when other people are live, but we support each other. And I really appreciate it. Definitely check out MSWCW and Miles Stanley Ward. I appreciate you, my brother. Thanks for being on the show, Miles.
Sure thing, Blaise.
So Kyle, Young Samurai and the Second City Dojo representative. you do amazing work over there, definitely. And I thank you for supporting my channel as well with the commercials and stuff like that.
I do my best.
And how long have you been doing it?
About like, I want to say like 3 years, maybe.
Yeah, it's been a good while. You've been on here for a couple years here, man.
Yeah.
And you met a lot of great people too along the way. I've found some great people from your channel as well.
Yeah.
And that's what we do around here. We like to go into each other's channels and find other people and talk to other people. One that I found on your channel, and I'm really glad to meet him, and he brought Carmen Gonzalez in, is Odds.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Tonight you will have Carmen Gonzalez. Danny Wells will have Carmen
Yeah.
Gonzalez in the corner tonight. What do you think about him having? I mean, if he's going to fight Killer Cross with Scarlett, he's got to have someone. And I know Second City Dojo and a connection between you and Odds. What do you think about having Carmen with Danny tonight? Just
I'm
to even
pretty
it
sure
up.
that at least with Danny having Carmen backing up, at least it's someone he would at least somewhat trust back him up. So at least if he said he's going to battle with Killer Cross and he's got the support of Scarlett, well, I want to have somebody that might be there to even the odds in case Scarlett tries to interfere.
True. Very good. And that's kind of what I thought, and the committee concurred and thought, you know, if it's going to be LTD versus FAW, we're going to even the playing field here. We're not going to let them have any type of damn advantage at all. And like I have for the other ones, if you want to, man, please promote your channel in your next show if you have something coming up.
The next shows we got coming up, I've got a few in plan. Like I have something playing with Odds, as you were talking earlier. Like I do have something in plan with Odds. I also have something planned with another show called CEW. We have essentially our like 2 tournaments coming up for the guys versus the girl. Well, like guys versus girls, but like a guys tournament, 1 girls tournament. Basically, the trials by combat. Whoever wins, those tournaments, they get a title shot on the I will get my English right.
I'm the same. Easy for you to say. I always say that to me too when I fumble around my words.
Okay. The winner of those tournaments will get a title shot that's not a world title shot on their home brand. So if SCD wins, they can, let's say for the guys division, they can go for the European title, United States title, the internet title, or if they really want to go for the tag titles. Same for the women, pretty much, but not the same way, but you know what I mean.
Well, Kyle, you do some real innovative, very creative stuff on your channel, man. I really appreciate it, man. That's what you got to do. There's so many of these channels, and like you said, 3 years and 4 years that we've been on here. How much has this shit just grown and evolved, man? Isn't it awesome?
And I used to do the same thing you did, where I basically just streamed it live, where I just didn't care what happened. And I was like, I kind of want to tell the stories when I do this, so start pre-recording everything.
So, and that takes a lot of time. I got a lot of respect for you guys that do that. Corey Quinn does it. Travis Rex with me on Cutthroat. I do the audio, the play-by-play for them. And I've thought about it, and there may be a time where I do a little bit of that, but I know it's a lot of work, man. It's pretty time-consuming, right?
Oh yeah. Especially when you have to try to, like, if I'm trying to get a specific result, then I have to keep recording a match over and over and over again.
But the benefits you guys got is you use all the cut scenes and the real cool shit in the game that I don't get to use, number one. And number two, you do get to more in depth on story. I touch base here and there with some story stuff, but and I've always told people, you know, there'll be stories in LTD, but not as much as some of those type of feds. I know in the Twitterverse and stuff like that, they've been saying like E-Fed, Sim-Fed, which is which. Sometimes it's kind of twisted because to me, what I do is simulated. So I would call us a Sim-Fed. But it's kind of the other way around, you know, so some people. But whether you're E-Fed or Sim-Fed, whether you're recorded or live, I give a lot of respect for everybody. And I'm glad to have met you a couple years ago, and I'm glad to have you a part of the show, brother. Big time. Hey. Thank you so much for being a part of the show, brother.
No
Any
problem.
final words from the man, Young Samurai Kyle Young?
The main thing I'm going to say real quick for SED, like I'm not going to actually get the season 3 started until most likely 2K22 comes around, so... For now, it's basically just gonna be like shows here and there for like possible like crossover events. So hey, maybe we have an SED versus LTD thing. I don't know.
You never know, man. Never know. A little inter company stuff's always fun to do, my brother. I appreciate you. Thanks for being on the show, Kyle.
No problem, man.
And Kyle, like I said, he's very, very innovative. You guys really do some different things out there, and I respect everyone that goes live, no matter how you do it or where you do it. And it's very hard for me to toot my own horn, but I put in tons of hours, and I create a lot of the logos. I do a lot of the music. A lot of the music you hear in LTD are either my brother's band, the band I was in, my friend's band, my friend DJ that makes beats. The beat that you just heard on the commercials, I made from scratch. So I put a lot of work in this to try to do a little things that are different. The Stable War, the digital cards that we do that are on the Wix website where everybody gets a digital card. Now, I do have some to do coming up here for some of the new members. So Series 7 will also be coming up, the end of Series 6 and into Season 7. But a lot of the things I do, I try to, you got to. And if you're out there doing your own show and you want advice, try to do something different. Try to do something a little different here or there, however you can, to get a competitive advantage. Because like I said, in 2022, and reach out to other people. I could sit here for 5 hours and talk about how I've learned from so many people that are out there in a little bit. Always don't be afraid to find new friends, find new people, and learn from them. There we go. Pillar to Post is in the building. Great segue, Pete, because I was just talking to Kyle about when we joined this, and I know you didn't really like being called the Godfather to DWS back in the day, but rightfully so. That is the man that I saw first here on YouTube when I was in WU as a character on a Facebook wrestling game and looking for entrances and people doing the characters here, all the way back to some old WCW games. I would create the avatars on the video game, but never thought that he would evolve into what we're doing today. What we're doing today is a lot different. It's a lot bigger. It's a lot more in depth. We get really into the creation, the stories, like Kyle was saying, and it has evolved into something I never thought this would evolve into. I was hoping, even back in the EFED days, where I was in the Imaginary Wrestling Association from Ohio back in the 80s, where I would send your information in, and they would send information back to you on your competitor, whether they won or not. That was the beginning of the EFEDs for me in the 80s. To what it is now, it's just unbelievable. Big shout out to Chauncey Bullock. Luke is in the house. Drum Monkey's in the building. And I'm still coddling Pete for a little bit. Let me coddle my friend Pete for a little bit. And he was the first one I saw. I mean, there was people already doing it, not a lot. Nowadays, there's hundreds of EFEDs out there. And I always say there's something for everybody out there. Different ways to run it. Whether you're recording your stuff or doing it live, it doesn't matter. Learn from other people, make friends, enjoy the live streams, talk to the people in the chat, engage with them, meet new people from all over the world. And cheers to Cody and everybody else out there. I appreciate everybody being a part of this show and this channel and helping me grow and do different things, coming out of my shell a little bit, bringing people onto the shows like this and doing things different, like the NFL Red Zone, like the WrestleSense podcast. And as we talked to earlier, the Legion of Dork, which is me and Super Nacho talking about old school games, old school toys. We'll be doing that Monday night, 11 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be fun. It's going to be wild and wacky. Don't forget. That's how we do it. I'm doing good, Luke. Good to see you and everybody in the live chat. We got to talk to a lot of people. Let's talk briefly to, like we talked about earlier, reaching out to people all over the world, all over the place. And we brought them together. Whether they're in the same time zone or not, whether they're in another side of the world, it doesn't matter. But let's bring on one of the solution. He is the one and only Andy Price. What's up, Andy?
Hey,
how you doing, man?
Hey, not bad. First of all, Count, we like you too. Thank you. And the solution, we really respect you. We really, and we promise if we, Goddess actually might want us to be up.
Yeah.
A bit harder.
True.
So.
Okay. True. That's right. You do have a connection with Count, having the Goddess on your team.
Oh yes, yes.
But you guys, the solution will face the future.
Give us a bit of inside information.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
The future is the team that you guys face, and they're kind of a team thrown together. The tag team of Nightmare and Fowler, the tag team of Hunter and K-Dog, and Hot Fire Rose. Now, word has it, we're talking about possibly having you in the cage match, and the committee has almost finalized it. Andy Price versus David Fowler. How do you feel about that matchup?
As I said, when the initial draw got done, Fowler was probably the one I was looking at. As I said, haven't faced him before in the ring, so I think it'll be a first time matchup. We might have crossed paths in Blitzkrieg matches before, but one-on-one never faced him. And I respect the guy. I know how hard he's worked, and from the original Pancake Guy gimmick and or the progress he's made since then. So I respect them. But at the same time, I've evolved as well. And I'm working on maybe a few surprises in store for that match, because we got over a week or two for it. So I might have a couple of surprises. So I'd say, David, study my match against Rex that just happened, study the match against Jamar. But come that cage match, it might be slightly different Andy Price he's facing in the ring.
There you have it.
Yeah.
I appreciate. I got to move things along. Got a couple more guests and a big show to go. Thank you so much for being a part of the show, Andy. Take care, brother.
No worries.
And I did drop a link to you, Pete, and Skype, if you can stop by if you want to as well. I'd love to chat for a minute. If you can't, no problem. Another time. We're already running late, but I'll sit here. We'll go till 7 o'clock with this and then do the live stream when it normally is supposed to be at 7 p.m. on Saturday. So anybody out there, if you still want to get in, I got a bunch of people still to talk to. I'm going to breeze right through, I should say. And we got, there we go. It's 10:26 a.m. Well, good morning to you, Rammy. Good morning, Ram. Let's talk to Lady Devil or Greg. How you doing tonight?
Oh, let's just say feeling very happy over what I did Tuesday.
Yeah, and that's a turnaround. You're seems like Lady Devil's back on track, and now on this Thursday, it's Lady Devil versus Raven as part of the Stable Wars. What's your take on that big matchup coming up?
Oh, I've known Raven for years. We've met in WU. We've had our fights.
Yep.
She is tough, but some days I've gotten her, some days she's gotten me. So it's going to be pretty evenly matched. But I feel I can get it done if I stay focused and on that current path I'm on.
Well, it does look like Lady Devil's finally out of the funk, and when she is out of her funk, she is one of the most dangerous competitors in the Battle Queen division, and I know you know that just as well.
That's correct. And let me tell you, the one thing that was holding her back was that suitable weight that she had to hold LD, and then so that LD had enough time to wake up and recover and rebond.
Good point. Good point. We have seen the difference, and we recognize. Oh, look, we even got the UK time. We got everyone showing what time it is. All over the world joining me. Michigan. We got Australia. We got the UK. Big shout out to everybody out there, and I appreciate having you on the show, my man. You have a great day. And when are we going to see another Mythic Legends show?
Tuesday. We got the men's show coming up.
All right, this Tuesday. Don't forget Mythic Legends Wrestling. Great to have you on the show, my man.
And
you and Lady Devil and the whole tell the whole family I said hi.
Yes.
I'm sure we'll see you in the live chat.
And one quick thing.
Sure, go for it.
Tonight, me and Goddess got the inspiration. I feel bad for them because
that's right. That is tonight as well.
LD and Goddess are like two dangerous competitors to them. They don't know nothing about us.
Ooh, interesting.
They know nothing about us.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being a part of the show, brother.
No problem.
All right. All right. We're going to keep it going. We got a couple more guests to bring on. And then we have a show to do, folks. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. We got a couple more people to talk to. We might bring everybody in at the end to have a little chit chat for a minute before we go to the show. But someone who's having their first Stable War, new to the company, and can't wait to find out how in the hell she's going to coexist with the Lethal Libations team. Welcome, Firestar.
What's up?
What's happening? Good to have you on the show. Glad I finally got you on.
Yeah, me too.
Firestar does streams on her channel. We stop in as she chills and talks to people. It's always fun. It's always entertaining. And so you can even see the dog's titties and stuff and you know, her ass once in a while when she walks in front.
Hey, not my fault.
No, it's fine. What's your dog's name?
The
one that
their
came
names
on.
are Freedom, Dawn, and Rose. Rose is the little one. Freedom and Dawn are the big ones.
3 of them, man.
Yes.
Are they healthy now? Finally.
Yes, finally.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
Vito.
Dog titties. We get great on cue. That's a beautiful dog. I'm allergic to dogs, but I freaking love dogs. Look, they're all of them are coming on the show. Thanks for joining the show. All the dogs are here. Who let the dogs out? Firestar did. Firestar. Firestar, what do you
Nobody.
think about being in your first stable war?
Oh man. I'm excited.
Well, let's see. You guys with the Lethal Libations. Do you know who you're fighting? I can figure it out here a second. Lethal Libations are going up against the Entertainers. So that means Amanda Tyler. You don't have a lot of experience against Amanda Tyler. She has 10-year experience. She's from Thriller, 23YO, and Brandon Pickett's channel. She's been wrestling for 10 years. You've only been wrestling for what, about a year now, maybe? Not even?
Yeah, probably.
Earlier this year you started, right?
Yes.
I brought you on. I was the one that brought you on, right?
Yeah.
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 She's been in. I've known Firestar for a couple years in all the live streams, all the way back to Mickey XOX and Amy Amore streams and stuff. We've always been chilling together in streams, and it's great to see you doing your live streams. I'm glad I could help you out yesterday with that crap you're going through as well.
Thank you so much.
So it's frustrating, I know, but you guys, people, I don't like to see people get upset about it. I want you guys to know that you can always find a way. And Firestar is always really kind to her fans and the people that come in the chat. She's very thankful. And I think me and you both kind of learned from other people, seeing them do that. And that's the way to do it. I appreciate you. So you're also in the top 5 in the Battle Queen division. So when that comes around, you're going to have your first chance to try to get up there and try to win that Battle Queen title. But you got some tough competition in that top 5. Raven, Cassie, Cougar, and Jade Barrett.
Oh, man.
So more than likely, that'll be a 5-woman elimination match at some point to see who's next in line, because Kelly got next shot and then Goddess. And then it could be Firestar. But shout out to the dogs. Thanks for being on the show, Firestar. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the streams.
No problem, Blaise.
So we talked about the man. Let's get the man on here. What's up, brother Pete?
Hey, how's it going, Blaise?
Good to see you, man. It's been a long time.
It has been, yes. Well, a hot minute or two, right?
But I remember the first time. I mean, the beard's getting back up there.
Yeah, it got
but it was way down there back in the day, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes.
Are you growing it back out, my man?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I a lot of shit going on in life. So every now and then you need to change things up, right? So the Angry Viking had to lose a little bit of his power, you know?
Hell yeah. The power's always there, man. It's always there. But Pillar to Post, well, like one of the first shows that I saw on here now about 5 fucking years ago, bro.
Yeah, it has been a long time.
17.
And it's been a rough road this year, I think, for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, it just the ups and downs with, everything. It's just I needed some time away. So it's good to be coming back. And I'm struggling to get back in the thick of things, I think you've gone through the same thing.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Especially when you take 1 week off of this shit and try to come back. It's a different world.
Oh, wow, man. I lost I think it was 2,000 subscribers in 6 months.
Well, YouTube has changed a lot in the last couple of years as well. I mean, I like the fact they don't show the dislike number anymore. And they just recently changed that.
That's never bothered me, though. With right from the beginning on, I always seen those as someone telling me I've got to change and be better at what I was doing. And if anyone's watched my show,
Fuel to the fire.
I put a lot of energy into my show. I am sweating by the time the show is over. And it ain't just because I'm a big guy. It's because it is energy. Right from that mic goes live, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And one thing I've learned over the years, I've got to kind of tone it down just a little bit at certain periods of the show, because I always said to myself, no dead air allowed.
Yeah, man. I've learned that from you. And I've gotten more thicker skin over the years, because at first the dislike shit, I don't want to give it any attention. So I don't want to really talk about it. But for a while there, when you get 8 to 10 dislikes and you think it's part of my community, I thought it was someone that was one of my friends. And that's what really got to me for a while. So I hid them for a while. But now that they're not showing them, I can really, and anymore, dude, I really give a shit. Yeah. If they want to come in and dislike it, the people that dislike stuff probably just wish they were on the show or whatever. And I don't want to give it too much time, because they don't deserve the time on the show.
Exactly. And there's always little tricks you can play with the haters as well.
You used to flip them, man. You used to crack on them and flip them into fans, man.
Exactly. You just roll with the punches sometimes. Some of them might cut deep, but you just like absorb it and just throw it right back at them, and not in a malevolent way, just in a way where you can show that you can take the hit and dish it back, but in a fun way. It isn't done out of anger, and usually that's all it takes is to turn to those people around, is just to show them that you're not going to take them seriously.
Yep. And it's all about having fun and being wild. And I always say, whether you're laughing with me or at me, you're smiling. And that's all I want to do, is bring people together. And I call it escapism. I want to give people an hour or two to get the fuck away from the real world, forget about what's going on. Because like you said, I've dealt with bullshit. You've dealt with bullshit. Everyone in this chat has had some fucked up shit happen to them in their personal life. And if you can have a place like this to get away and go to, it can help a lot of people, you know?
Damn right, man. And, you know, besides some of the bullshit, and you know what I'm talking about when I say the bullshit that's happened here on YouTube with me, YouTube has helped me in a lot of ways.
Amen.
It used to take me, I'd say, about 2 hours, and this is during when I first started doing YouTube. It'd take me about 2 hours before I'd be able to hit that record button.
Yep.
And the nerves were so bad, and you look down at yourself in so many different ways that you never realize until you're willing to put yourself out there for others to judge.
Well, and that's an example for everybody out there in the live chat. If you're new or you've done this or you haven't done it, people look at, you know, Pete got a great voice. He's got great enthusiasm, but he gets nervous before shows. People complimented me on my voice and creativity and all this crazy shit for a while. I get nervous and sick before all shows still now. A little better now than before, but it happens to everybody. You got to find a way around it, and it's an escape.
I still struggle with it. Like, especially like I've been away so long and recently returning. It's a lot of pressure because you've had that steady pace for so long, and then all of a sudden something happens in your life and it just kind of knocks you down, not just by one peg but by 20.
Yeah.
You know, and then you look at that camera like we're both doing right now.
Yep.
Even though we aren't talking to anyone but ourselves, really, we know there's people watching. And you know, you brought it up before. You need to come on my show. I'm doing this and that now, and it's like, yeah, maybe, you know. And then today you just say, hey, I shot you a link, and it's like, fuck it, you know.
Well, this thing has evolved so much. I talked earlier, it might have been before you jumped on. Some of these people, and I remember a conversation with you. It had to be 2018 once I started, that I had the feeling this was really going to take off. Like there was 20, 30 shows at the time or whatever on YouTube. And I found other ones that were here in 2016 and 15 that started too. But now people that are doing pre-production, they sit back and they do all the cut scenes, they put them together and they put it out there. I mean, I'm going to send you a couple links to some of these channels that do fucking phenomenal work. And they have the benefit, like I said earlier, to Kyle Young, a young samurai who now does his production and shows it. It's very time consuming, but they use all those cut scenes, throwing them off the Mack truck or firing. Like, I didn't even know there was flaming tables in this game, but there is.
Did I?
Yeah. I do a Cutthroat. It's The Wrestling Network is another one. And Cutthroat Pro, my friend Travis Rex asked me to do commentary. And I was always leery. I didn't want to put myself out there for more people, but I do. But his is all hardcore stuff. So he'll set the match where he uses 2 controllers. He'll bring in 4 ladders, 2 tables, line them up. He'll set the table on fire. And I'm like, I didn't even know you could fucking do that shit in this game. Use all these cutscenes. There's AKW, All Core Wrestling is from the UK. And they put together a match called Arena Anarchy, which they use all the cutscenes from outside in the parking lot and all. And they did a match like Stadium Stampede, like AEW did. One match, which is all over the fucking place. It was hardly in the ring. And I was like, how did you do that? Go ahead.
Oh, my goodness.
There we go. It's a dog. We're showing off dogs here today. Yeah. That's beautiful, pup.
If you wanted some attention, I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. It's all part of the show. But I'm glad to have you on, man. It's long overdue. If you guys are not subscribed to Pillar to Post, you're doing it wrong.
Since we're here, you know, my schedule's been hectic as of late. If anyone has noticed, I've been doing most of my stuff in the mornings.
Yeah.
Just because like there's so much I've got to try and accomplish throughout the day. But things are turning around. They're actually getting busier during the daytime, so I'll be starting to switch my shows to the evening.
Cool.
I'll be coming up with a schedule very soon. And like everyone knows, I've got 2 different shows of RWO, 2 different shows of Big Dog Wrestling. No, RWO is not a twist on NWO. It stands for Renegade Wrestling Organization, folks.
Yes, sir.
It's not an NWO ripoff or wannabe.
No, very different.
Think of Mad Max.
Apocalyptic. Yeah, exactly. And it's awesome. And that's your wheelhouse. You nail that shit every time.
Well, if like I thought about it, like if I were to try and do something like Altered Society Wrestling does, he's very analytical. He's very professional sounding.
Yeah, he breaks shit down. Everyone's different, man. That's the beauty of this. There's so many. I said there's no wrong way to do it, Pete. I mean, and we discussed this years ago, and I said this shit's going to take off, and everyone's going to do it, and there's no wrong way to do it, whether it's recorded or not, eFed or SimFed. There's people that still use, like tonight, I'm using real live wrestlers where I didn't use that before. I'm using my fantasy action wrestling, so it's real professional wrestlers versus the created characters, and then next year we got a new game, and we haven't had that for a while because of the fuck up of 20 and no 21. But next year there's the Wrestling Codes game, which is really cool. Kurt Angle and a bunch of great people are in it. That's going to be a new game. And then the AEW game is going to be good. And so I think 2K is going to nail it, dude. I think they have to.
What I like this time around, they've actually taken that extra year and plus months in order to bring us a new game.
They have a crew of people who do this, helping them
after another, right after another. And if you look at all the mistakes from 2K20, like we couldn't even run a show anymore.
Yeah. There's people that are doing pre-produced ones that are good because they can take all the bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. And they've got all that extra stuff in order to do that. I don't.
Me either.
I'm in the basement when it comes to YouTube programs to use and recording devices. I'm right in the basement, man.
I love the live aspect, and I love not knowing who's going to win.
Exactly. Now, here's the thing, though. If they're coming out with GM mode, when
GM mode's not going to help us at all.
When you're setting up matches, can you play those matches out? Can you pick who wins, loses?
I think GM mode is going to be a playing mode. It's not going to be all we got is universe mode again, dude. Universe mode in a creative suite is all I care about in this game.
This is where the biggest problem with GM mode comes from, in my opinion. Okay, people can take this any way they want.
You could stream it, but I don't think it's controllable like you're saying.
Now, if you want to make an actual GM mode where the player is the general manager, he's essentially the booker.
Yeah.
So he books the match, who wins, who loses, and let the match play out. Don't have some sort of bullshit where it's just, automatically picks it and there's no match. It should be a whole card where the general manager actually picks the entire match and you can sim it and enjoy it. Like we do here.
Yeah, that's the questions that are still unanswered. And to me, honestly, in March is still 4.5 months away. Yeah, exactly. A lot can still happen. I'm not really going to get too excited until then. And as I said earlier, I don't play this fucking game.
No,
I've never. It's funny because if I have a glitch in my game and people are like, "Go ahead and help," I was like, "I don't know how to get in and out of the damn ring." I'm like, "How do I get out of the ring? How do I pick something up?"
Okay, no, I shouldn't say I don't play it. I do, but I hardly ever play it for the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
it's in private, so that way if there's anything unlockable, this and that, I get it, and so be it. I've done a couple of them where it was like the story mode. And Halfwit Holloway, those that are accustomed to my channel, they remember it.
I remember. A lot of people do that. I love watching that shit, man. Yeah. I can watch it. I just don't want to play because I suck and I'm terrible and I'm not good at it. So I'd rather do the creative shit.
Yeah. No,
like creating characters and stuff.
And to me, it's more about the storylines that you can build throughout the shows. And like RWO used to be very storyline based. That's how all those shows were met up. And since I came back, I haven't been really doing that. In my head, I do, and I kind of give their, meaning to things. But those that are in the matches, they don't really know why I'm doing it. Which, as before, there'd be this big write-up in Skype and letting all the players know, okay, this is why this is happening, and this is what's happened before. And it's all just merging together into one big culmination of ass whoopery, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, I want to get back to that. And in order for me to get back to that, I want to see if 2K22 is going to live up to the hype that they're giving it.
I mean, I think we're probably going to get a War Games match, which would be
Yeah,
very
I
cool.
would love that.
And
It would fit the
and
Wade
some
Flag theme.
yeah. So I mean, the creative suite is all I'm really cared about in the universe mode, which I think they're going to nail it. I think they got the right people, and they have a crew of people that are like us, that are gamers and stuff, helping them do the right thing this time.
And then there's the flip side, AEW.
Yeah.
AEW's game, no one's seen too much of it. They haven't given away too much.
They've already changed the way that people look based on the first trailer.
I like that. I don't need it so cartoony like the original plan was. I like those.
Plus, they got gamers running their company.
Yeah.
Aubrey Edwards is a game developer, the head referee. She's developed games for years. So I think that's going to be a knockout of park. That's why I've already made the announcement. In 2022, LTD's coming on at least 2 games. I'm playing on both. Maybe 3.
I think I might split it up where RWO is on one and Big Dog Wrestling is on another. You know, just you know, and like you had Hot Fire Rose on here just a few minutes ago. I did not know she ran her own channel. A lot of people just make a channel just so that way they can be in the chat.
Yeah.
So I've never thought about checking her out, and she is an undefeated tag team champion on my show. She debuted along with Goddess and Trashy Tessa. They haven't lost the title yet, you know, which is like, okay, but I never had the forethought. Hey, let's check out, see if she actually does something on her channel. So thank you for having her on. That way I know I can go check her out, see what she does.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
Pete, I could sit here and talk to you for fucking 10 hours. You know that, man.
you know, we'll shoot the shit forever.
And I just dropped Pillar to Post link in the chat. If you guys are not subscribed, check him out. This is the guy that got me going. I'll give you the credit. I know you don't want it, but you're the guy that if I wouldn't have saw your live stream, I might not have never been on YouTube. So I thank you.
Well, you're welcome. You know, and I thank everyone that's participated in my show, viewed it, you know, subscribed, followed. You guys are awesome. You guys have always been awesome to me. So have a great night, folks. You'll be seeing me very soon back on the screen. So take it easy, all.
Great stuff, brother Pete. Talk to you soon, man. Thanks for being on the show. So we took a little tangent here. Big shout out to Joey in the live chat. I talked to Micro Mike for a while and got to interview him. Me and Pete, he's the reason I'm here. He's the reason I'm here, basically. And that's what it's all about, is making those connections. Pete's from Canada. You know, Mike's in Detroit. We got people from the UK and all over the world. I really enjoy meeting all these people, bringing them here, having a good time. And I'm just blessed to be a part of everyone's day. So real quick, I want to get a couple more people, and someone just showed up. I definitely want to talk to too. But first, I didn't get to bring him on the last show, but I want to at least touch base on his next match coming up, because he is now one of the awesome friends. What's up, Jamar? How you doing, my man? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Blaise. I'm happy about my team. We have the Fire Red Miss Shelky. I'm also call her Mrs. Red Cake. That's what I'm gonna call her. Red Velvet Cake.
There you go.
We got Wally. He's a powerhouse.
Yes, he is.
Wally the power. We got Conrad.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of like the next generation of Rusev.
Yes, sir.
And the other person we have is
Super Nacho.
Hey,
man,
with
who
Super
brought it all
Nacho.
together. Yep.
Hey, Super Nacho is awesome. He's like a Super Nacho.
That's right.
You
Well,
know,
the awesome
sometimes
friends, you got a great team, but your match coming up next Saturday, 1 week from tonight, you're going to be inside the cage against Alex Wolf, a former world champion. What do you think about that?
Ooh. I'm excited to face Alex Wolf. I never fought him before. This is probably be my first time fighting him. And mostly in myself, I say I'm probably going to maybe make him tap out, probably make him submit. I mean, Alex Wolf, I mean, he's want to be a trained wrestler. I mean, this guy, I saw him wrestle before. He meant LTD fans. Hey, the fans love him. Fans love me. The two of the young up and comers of your company. Oh, great. This is going to be amazing.
Oh yeah,
amazing match between me and him in the cage match.
That's right. No escape. Got to pin or submit. So
Pin or
next week, awesome friends, Red Lounge, 1-on-1, Jamar and Alex. Jamar, my friend, I appreciate you being part of the show, brother.
Thank you.
And I'll see you in the live stream tonight. Take care, man.
Thank you.
So we've had a plethora of people in here. I appreciate y'all. If you guys stick around, I might bring everybody back in. We got about 10 more minutes or so. But I could not pass up the opportunity. And I'm glad he showed up because I saw him on Elfie's show the other day. And I thought, if that son of a bitch doesn't come to my talk show, I'm going to have a word with him, especially now that the maestro is gone. Welcome back, Lord Amadeus.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
All right. How's it going, Blaise? Glad
Well,
to
it's
be
going
here.
good.
Glad to not be the maestro anymore. Ugh.
And I'm going to stroke your ego a little bit here out of character.
Hey, now.
Just like I did Pete and just like I did Micro Mike. One of the reasons I do this talk show is because of After Hours.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. And you know what? Love watching your shows. You've been doing it quite a while. Been very entertaining. I know. But yeah, I've been doing my show for quite a while. Hard to believe.
It's the talk show aspect that I always wanted to bring on. And
right.
WU is where a majority of these people come from. And now for a while there, it was taboo to bring it up because people were all shitty about WU in the game. And before we go any further, is it fixed yet?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I saw someone posting earlier it wasn't up
it was down. It was down for a few hours here yesterday morning, Friday night, but it's fine. It's all back.
But if you guys don't know, After Hours is a talk show that LA and a lot of familiar names that you've seen in the Digital Wrestling Syndicate do on Saturday nights. Is there one tonight?
There is one tonight. As a matter of fact, what I'd like to announce, I was going to come on here and an exclusive here on. Tonight will be the first After Hours on officially the RAWF Radio Network.
That's right. Finally, Susie's handed over to you, huh?
Yeah, she has, and we'll be talking with Susie tonight, reliving some memories from the 8 years that the Back to Basics Radio Network has been in existence. We'll talk a little bit with her about that. And yeah, we're going to have a good time tonight. It's going to be some big news out of our Black Friday pay-per-view from the night after, of course. One of the big ones being that I'm no longer the maestro, thanks to Hobo Ezekiel.
Thank you, Hobo. Thank you, Hobo. I mean, if it's going to be anybody, like last year, I thought I got rid of that son of a bitch for you. I thought I was going to be the one that do it forever, and he's gone for good. And then next thing you know, that son of a bitch crawled back out. And not only did he crawl back out over there, he snuck his ass in here and caused trouble too.
Well, apparently he wasn't going to make an appearance this year. Apparently he decided he was going to sit on his laurels, at least for this year, until Claymore, of all people, decided to coerce him out the night before Graveyard Smash. So yes. We have Claymore to blame for that. So
yeah, we'll blame him a little bit too. But but if you guys haven't, it's on blogtalkradio.com. It was called Back to Basics, but you can still find it by going there and typing in After Hours. You can find it. It's amazing. It's a talk show similar to this. And it's something I've always thought, man, it's a shame that WU hasn't evolved into a new gaming system or something. You know what I mean? Like now.
No, I mean, Wrestler
it still
Unstoppable,
works. Don't get me wrong.
Right? Yeah. What you mean, Blog Talk or Unstoppable?
No, just a game of Unstoppable and well, Blog Talk. You guys have had that for so long with the talk shows, and now I find out all these people that are coming through here have had talk shows over there before, and it's amazing how long you guys have been doing that.
Well, I mean, Unstoppable is what it is. It's a place. There's a family there. I have a family there. All kinds of great people, and you know, we do with what we are given. And you know,
I always thought like if it could be away from Facebook and be its own type of game. That's how damn good.
Well, it's technically not even a Facebook game anymore. There's just certain programming in the code to the game that they can't get cut out of there without totally destroying the game that relates to Facebook, unfortunately.
And I'm sure it would be a big deal to kind of redo the whole damn thing, where it's kind of like one of those, if it ain't completely broke, don't try to fix it things.
Exactly.
And when you have issues, and you do with any type of game to play, but that's where a lot of this digital wrestling stuff came from. People were doing entrances and stuff, and creating characters for their avatar over there. And the next thing you know, I fell into Pete when I was looking into doing an entrance for Blaise, and next thing you know, we're coming over here and doing this, and it's not the same. It's like well, I guess if you could count WWE as sports entertainment, AEW is pro wrestling, it's kind of the same thing. They're both wrestling games, but they are very different. Over there, you have more control over when you're fighting. For anyone out there who doesn't know what WU is, Wrestler Unstoppable, you pick the moveset. You still create your character and dress them up, but you pick the moveset. And it's a live game where you click what move you want to have next, defenses and stuff. It's really cool. And it's just a shame that there is that little disconnect between here and there. I always thought there'd be more of a, I don't know.
Well, you know, you're extremely entertaining. Everything you've ever done on the show has been entertaining. With they have more control over their character, what they can say, what they don't say, and you know, I can coerce them a little bit, going different directions, but it's not, you know. Ultimately, I'm sitting back like you, waiting to see what happens from these people, you know. Although, but.
There was a time when Judgment gave me that company that I was going to bring LTD over there and have that there, because I really had a bunch of really cool ideas of how to connect the two loosely and have some fun with it. But it became more time consuming over here. I had health issues back then, and then now I'm streaming 6 days a week with all these other types of shows. I mean, I don't know if you heard about the toy show me and Super.
Oh man, it sucks because you're going to be doing that. I'm going to be in bed. My manager will be in bed by the time that show happens. And a lot of those toys you talk about in the promo you done, I'm like, oh, I remember those.
There's no other time to do it. There's either, you know, there's these digital wrestling shows are every night. And now granted, as I talked earlier, there's some people that we're going to bump heads. We're going to go toe to toe and have live streams at the same time. But there's some people where I'm involved in the company. I don't want to have that show then. So when I talked to Nacho, and he was totally for it, and this is off of a whim. The other day in the show, we just started talking about video games or toys, and Transformers came up, and He-Man and G.I. Joe and stuff. And so one night, if you actually sleep in on a Monday and you're up later, I'd love to have you on or something. But
I would love to come on, because a lot of those toys, the muscles, the little pink muscles that you were talking about, I remember those, and I was like, good Lord.
Actually, my brother, I used to steal my brother's because he had more of them, but this is what he's actually talking about. I found a couple of them.
I had some of those, and I'm like, wow, I had totally forgotten about those things. But
I basically, I had like hundreds of them. And what I used to do, I mean, this is the same thing. It's part of the EFED industry. I used to name them all. Number one, give them their own little name. And in a little notebook, I would book matches, book shows. And I would have them fight each other, have them beat each other, and stable wars, groups, tag teams, and all that sick stuff.
I did that with the original WWE figures, you know, the rubber ones and the big ginormous ring. I did that with the second generation, and even then I threw in Spider-Man and Batman and Superman figures in with them, and name them all different things. So one of these nights I'm definitely gonna have to come on and talk toys.
Well, this is going to be the trial version, I think, just to give you guys a sneak peek of what me and Nacho are going to do. We're both going to talk a little bit about our backstory on what we liked and what we played with. I'm going to show off some of my toys and stuff as well, because there's a lot of us that, you know, we didn't want to grow up. We're still playing. We still got these toys, and there's nothing wrong with that because they're collector's items. There's Hot Cheese is here. Get out of here. Good to see you, Hot Cheese, Bone Dog and Hot Cheese. But I ended up collecting anywhere from the NWO-ish ones like these to all the way back to the AWA characters.
Oh my gosh, I remember
those. And I have
those.
A bunch of those. I mean, and I would go further. I made my own belts for them, and I still have the belts. So Road Warrior Hawk was one of my favorite. Greg Hawk was my first EFED character back in IWA when you used to send in your characters to do stuff. So I'm going to be showing off some toys Monday night. We're going to have a lot of fun with it.
I will definitely have to catch the replay.
I even have like the steel cage and everything that they used to give. So we're going to get in depth. I got some slideshows to show. I have a friend that's an art teacher that does a lot of drawings and this stuff too, and I just touched base with him. So the evolution of the Facebook game of WU coming into this is just crazy, dude.
And I'm looking forward to it, and keep doing what you do, Blaise. I got to get going and got a show
Thanks,
to
man.
get ready for.
I'll
so
be
do you,
stopping
for
in
that
tonight
matter.
if I have a voice left. And I haven't been a part of the show in a while, but I always enjoy it. If you guys haven't been a part, or check it out after hours on Blog Talk Radio. LA, you are in a rumble tonight, so good luck. And I'm glad it's Lord Amadeus, not the fucking Maestro.
Yeah, well, I do have the voice mod if you want to hear it one last time. Just saying. No, never mind. We won't go there.
If you really want to.
Can you hear it?
No.
Okay, well then no one worry about it.
Good.
It's probably it may not work on this. It may only work on Skype. I don't know, but anyway.
Oh Jesus! Thanks for being a part of the show, man.
No problem,
I appreciate you, and I'll be talking to you soon. And I can't wait to see what's going on tonight.
See you on the flip side.
Take care, LA. And like I said earlier, folks, in character, out of character. I know he probably come in wanting to talk in character, and we went on a tangent, and that's what we do here, man. We like to break the mold, just have fun, connect with each other. That's what it's all about. This is the longest Get Blaised show ever. We've never done a 2-hour Get Blaised show, but talking to Pete, talking to Micro Mike, and talking to LA, you guys have a real idea of how this shit evolved, how we got to where we are tonight. And I want to give a shout out and bring on my last guest here. And it's someone who has been a part of WU big time. He still is over there, and he does the show here as well. He's been one of my best supporters. But before we bring him on, I want to revisit the Legion of Dork one more time for you guys. So stay tuned Monday night. If you missed the beginning, this is what we were talking about. Monday night, 11 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to show off some of my toys, as you see behind me here, some Transformers, all the good stuff. We're going to shoot the shit with my man Super Nacho. Join the Legion of Dork. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a dork, it's a couple dorks, reminiscing some nostalgia in classic video games, toys, and cartoons. I'm your boy Blaise McCoy, and with my awesome friend Super Nacho, we invite you to join us in the Legion of Dork, a podcast where we talk about our favorites of the past and discuss it all with you. The good old days when video game arcades were full, pinball, and more. When the toy stores were stopped to the ceilings with all your favorites like G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. Well, it started all with Pong with me in the 70s. Then Atari, Nintendo, Sega, ColecoVision, and television, and more brought new classics. Classics like Space Invaders, pew, 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 and Donkey Kong. Pitfall. Dig Dug was a great one. Spent a lot of quarters on Galaga, that's for damn sure. Tecmo Bowl, hut, touchdown, and all the sports games. Super Mario Brothers became an instant classic. So did Zelda and Sonic the Hedgehog. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was a great one to play. So was Street Fighter, Hadouken, and all the fighting games. Star Wars toys and Hot Wheels is where I started collecting toys back in the day. Masters of the Universe, and you can't forget the bad guys. Of course. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Inhumanoids are here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Heroes in a Half Shell. Can't forget the wrestling figures, WWF, AWA, and those little guys, the Muscles. Yeah, I love playing with those, are great. Thundercats, ho! And even Voltron brought them all together with movies, cartoons, and toys. Join us in the Legion of Dork right here on the Blaze Radio Network here on YouTube. So if you're a big kid like me, and as I like to say, I might grow old, but I'll never grow up. If you still got toys and you're hanging out with them, and you still like playing, they are a lot of collector's items now. I know I wish I would have kept some of my G.I. Joes and Star Wars in the boxes because, damn, they're selling for a lot of money. Plus, we've talked about the evolution of the toys, like the Optimus Prime that's out now. It's about $700, and the son of a bitch transforms on its own, rolls out on its own, all by voice command. It's very awesome. So if you want to talk shop with us Monday night, if you're like Lord Amadeus and you're going to be sleeping, you can always catch the replay. Leave me a comment because we're going to invite people on just like we do here to talk about their experiences and their toys and maybe show off some of the stuff that they have in their collections as well. So our last guest here is a man who's been a great supporter. but we've seen a lot of different faces of this man. So let's get a word with, I don't know who it's going to be, Josh or Mark. Welcome to the show. Who are we talking to tonight?
This is Mark Blaise.
Hey, welcome to the show, Mark. How's it going?
Doing all right, although it's been a little strange for the last couple of days ever since the Maestro disappeared.
Yeah, so we now found out, I mean, we've seen the Joker, we've seen the Crow, we've seen all the different faces of Caliber, but then recently, like a zombie-fied Caliber, but then we found out that the Maestro did have a part of that, and now how is that affecting you since the Maestro's gone?
To tell you the truth, I do feel a lot like lighter, like inside, like a whole huge amount of weight has just suddenly been lifted. But here's the weird thing. I do not remember anything that has happened ever since.
Well, same as, like, I hate to bring him up, Radio Rex, but when he was teaming with the Maestro and they won that damn tag title shot, which sucks, but I'm glad they didn't win. But Rex would come on the show and be like, what are you talking about? I'm teaming with the Maestro. I don't remember what I'm talking about. So what kind of mind control that the Maestro had, I'm not sure, but I guess I'm glad it's gone.
Well, if I've known the Maestro, and I kind of do, like...
He's never really gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's like... He's like pretty much a demon, and he can do, like, just about anything. But I will say the first time, I do remember this part. When I puked up blood, I did have this, like, this feeling, this, like, something was, like, trying to control my body. And that's the last thing that I actually remember, believe it or not, because apparently, there were some witnesses saying that apparently when the Maestro suddenly disappeared, I suddenly apparently, like, had my hand on my chest, and I just, like, passed out again. And the doctor, like, this is the very doctor that tried to examine me the first time. And according to him, it seems that when the curse of the Maestro is lifted, so is the victim's memory of it. Because, like I said, I cannot remember anything that has happened during that time, except through archive and surveillance footage.
Well, here's what troubles me, Mark, because we've seen the Joker, we've seen the Crow, we've seen every bit Cactus, but the thing with Mark Caliber that I've noticed in the 4 years you've been here is you seem to always keep a piece of that prior persona. The Joker, the Crow, the Joker Crow, the Cactus was still part of the Joker Crow, was still in there. You know, you still had a little bit of pieces of the other ones. So what I'm worried about now is whether or not the piece of the Maestro will linger. And going into now, you have the Scavengers got your back, and you will be fighting with the Scavengers in the Stable War. And we now know this Thursday night, you will be in an Iron Man match against TJ Toad. What's your thought about that?
Yeah, I did notice that the Scavengers have been trying to help me out a little bit. And I really do appreciate them for trying to help me, even though I could barely remember anything now. But you know what? Being part of the Scavengers, even if it's for a little bit, I will do my best to try to fight for them, try to get enough medallions. And as for TJ Toad in the Iron Man match, for some of you who are familiar with my show Commonwealth, like I wrestled in like 2 Iron Man matches. Now I'm not sure what your time limit is.
It's going to be 15. We don't do a lot of Iron Man matches here, but you only got 15 minutes to get as many pinfalls or submissions as you can.
Okay, good, because twice I had to wrestle for 30 minutes. One of them ended up being overtime. And that's, like, exhausting enough.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because there is an opportunity that we do have a tie in these matches, and I've already decided, and the committee has approved it, that if there is a tie, it'll be a one-on-one battle royal. So the first one getting thrown over the top rope wins. So if for some reason there's a tie after the end of that, that match will be revisited if the one medallion is needed, because there is a possibility after that match you have a cell match for 1 medallion and then the 8-man tag match. So if there's a tie, it might end as a tie unless it's needed to come back to fight one more time. It'll be a one-on-one. I believe you can do one-on-one battle royal.
That's fine. Yeah.
It's just for, the fact that they wanted to make sure whatever happens, if it does come down to that, it's last man. They can stay in the damn ring is going to get that final medallion if it counts. So there is a chance there could be a tie. And normally there is no ties, no countouts, no disqualifications here. But you never know what can happen. And you never know what could happen with the man known as Mark Caliber as well. And when's the next Commonwealth show, brother?
As soon as I can get around to it. But
all right, if you don't have one scheduled, that's fine.
Yeah, but the next one I'm hoping to do is for a Supergirl statement. Two big matches. One, Melina finally gets her chance to face Danny Logan Fuller for the women's title. For those who don't know, Melina won a Pyramid Prison match to earn the opportunity. And then in the main event, the women's Cash in the Case ladder match will return. One of them, Crushing Kelly, was originally supposed to be in, but of course she told me that some stuff were going on, but I told her the door was always open.
Yeah, same thing here. We've dealt with that before. People getting too many companies and they trim down, which it happens.
Oh yeah. So at the last show that was on YouTube, I had a 10 women Ready to Rumble match to determine who will get the last spot. It came down to Evil Shulky and Jessica Vesuvius. And Jessica, of course, won the match, but I was shocked because Evil Shulky dominated that match.
You have to bring her up.
I'm sorry. I just have to. I'm obligated to do so.
All right.
Like, she literally dominated that match regardless, whether you like her or not. 6 eliminations, like even 4 or 5 in a row, even the first 4 or 5. And I was like literally shocked that Jessica was able to just get rid of her. I'm pretty sure you're happy about that one.
Sure. Well, here we're going to bring everybody back in for final thoughts here. Andy Price, Miles Stanley Ward, Firestar, and even you, Count Z, Peckerhead. So let's start with Mark. Any final words before we take off, brother?
Well, be sure to tune in to LTD later on tonight. It's going to be a blast, as always. I've had a pleasure of being timekeeper most of the time and having all these stats for them, And
we're in Time Machine Arena tonight, so we're going to need that. Andy, any final words, brother?
Should be a good show tonight, and hope everybody's ready for Stable Wars. It's the most fun time of the year.
Yes.
It's got the old Christmas
in December, like Christmas
going out.
It's the most
time of the year.
Wonderful time of the year. Thanks. Miles, any final words from the MSW? I won't even fuck with your middle name like we always do.
Yeah.
Miles, say some final words, Ward.
Okay. So we gotta get a chance while you're watching a live or a replay. You can always check out MSWCW Conquest Las Vegas, Nevada, Part 1, the Women's Fleet Preview tonight. Like I said, right, it's the live or replay. Either way, you can watch you can watch that video.
Much
and
respect
we
to you,
should tune in Blaised Radio's YouTube channel tonight.
Thanks, brother. Firestar, do the dogs have anything left to say?
No, they don't.
Well, as soon as she is up and running again, you guys got to check out Firestar's. She just has little chill streams where you can go in and hang out, shoot the shit. It's always fun. You might see some people like Nacho. You might see Shulky enter. A lot of great people she has on her channel, too. I've met some cool people there as well. I appreciate you, Firestar.
I appreciate you too, Blaise.
Thanks. All right, Peckerhead, what do you got to say, Count?
Count Peckerhead would like to say 3 things. 1, come to WPW.
Wet pussy,
Yes.
wet panty, whipping.
Come to Wet Panties Wrestling on Sundays and Fridays. We have a great show, and your panties will always be drenched. Okay.
Yeah.
Second thing.
Go ahead.
Second thing is Radio Rex is your Lord and Savior. Everybody read the gospel that is He. He will lead you to the light.
Oh, please.
Did he have to?
And also, Blaise McCoy, a big thank you for having us being the longest show of Riley Wolf's Get Blaised, hosted by Blaise McCoy.
Hi, everybody. I had to bust in while Blaise was talking. Get out of here. What are you doing here?
My living savior.
Say hi to everybody. Hi, Firestar. I know you hate me.
Firestar, you should date Rex. Firestar, go on a date with Rex.
No, I don't want to date. I'm her best friend. We're best friends, everybody. Me and Firestar, whether she likes it or not.
You're not best friends, Rex. You can fuck off.
Boo-boo, stick your head in.
Firestar, he's a nice guy. You should give him a chance to be your best friend.
Just so everybody knows, I came in here.
Up your ass.
I came here to tell you that I'm in the Rumble tonight, and your asses are all gonna get waxed. You're all gonna get beat down. I'm gonna throw all your dupas over the top rope and Blaise that day. I'm gonna win the Rumble, you pussies. Shut up, Rex.
Radio Rex is Brazilian. He's gonna wax everybody.
I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he scared me so badly I fell out of my seat.
Well, everybody, you've all been blazed. And I appreciate everyone to show up tonight. We've had a plethora, that's a big word for me, of people in here tonight. People from all over the world, Canadians, Europeans, I'm a peon, we're all having fun. Big shout out to Micro Mike in my interview with him earlier. Pillar to post. We had the world champion Brandon Ace on. We had Riley's ridiculous comments earlier. Count jerked off to all of it. And don't forget Wednesday night's Count's tag show too. You didn't even promote your damn self, Count. How
Well, I promoted the wife. She would beat me if I didn't.
Ooh, hey now, don't threaten me with a good time. I'll take
Right, I know.
You don't take it, right?
Oh, you can have it. I'll give it to you. I'll play away.
He's gonna give it to me, people. Did you hear that? Count's gonna give it to me. Joey's in line first, so you gotta get behind Joey.
Give it to me, baby.
I'm sure Joey wouldn't mind. Oh, look at him streak. There he goes. Look at that dude.
Oh, Joey's streaking.
All right, everybody. We'll be live in a couple of minutes. I got to piss like a racehorse, and I'll see ya in my stream. Get blazed. Get blazed. Get blazed.